everyone, and welcome to another episode of Flustered in the Faewild. Thank you for joining us for an evening of Dungeons & Dragons, or maybe a morning, depending on where you are in the world. I'm Emma, I'll be your Dungeon Master for this evening, or morning. Shut up. We're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. For anyone here who's new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here who you can see around me is playing a fantasy character in a fantasy universe. They have their own unique character sheets which tell them who they are, what they can do, maybe some things that they can't do or are not so good at. And they'll be rolling dice to see how well those things go for them, because sometimes even when you're really good at a thing, things still go really badly, or sometimes really well. So they'll be rolling 20-sided dice mostly, and 20s are really good, 1s are really bad. So let's see how that goes. While they all play their characters, everything else in this universe is played by me. So, small, evil, pixie things, jars full of cucumbers with faces on, everything else. I use the pronouns M/Emma, and I'm going to give all the players a chance to introduce themselves, introduce their characters. Please give your pronouns if you're comfortable, and give your character's pronouns so we know how to refer to them. And let us start this week with Shamini.
Hello, I'm Shamini. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Ogden. Ogden is great. He uses he, her pronouns. He's a monk. He's a shadow monk. You won't see him coming because he is invisible backstage, moving stuff around, except he's not because he got lost in the Faewild. But Georgie is there, so it's fine. And he's got some new friends, so it's all great.
Going well so far.
Yeah.
Liz.
I am Liz. I use she, her, they, them pronouns. I will be playing Enoch the Vague, who is a deep gnome wizard of the enchantment variety, who's come across these new companions who, in Enoch's mind, all adore him. So he's very excited about having people to perform for, if anything. And is also a little creeped out at the cucumbers that have been handled and carved onto.
It's a definite problem.
I mean, you all seem very creeped out about the cucumbers. Chris.
Speaking of being creeped out about cucumbers. Hi, I'm Chris. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Gertie. Gertie uses she, they pronouns. Oh, stop doing the voice for now. Gertie is a fairy princess, also happens to be a kobold. And she is on a special mission for the Sealy Court, and this is their job. And they're trying to find out where things are and trying to get on with the job. And why am I the voice of reason in this party? Okay. But anyway, we are trying to find a missing person, and Gertie is... I've made another Green Lantern. I seem to always make Green Lanterns, and Gertie is also a Green Lantern. I only just realised it, and I'm okay with this. Yeah.
I don't know if you were expecting the next person I'm going to ask to introduce themselves to be the voice of reason when they once hung a thief from the rafters of a theatre while a play was in performance. Sean.
I mean, in my defence, it was the most logical place to put someone who was tied down amongst things that are already tied up.
As we've previously discussed, Sean, Georgie's sense of right and wrong is dubious at best.
I mean, all right, fair. So, yes, I'm Sean. I use he, him. I am playing old Georgie, who is also he, him. Georgie's got a bad rep, it would seem. I think Georgie's a lovely turtle, but... apparently sometimes makes poor choices, such as picking up cursed bags and, stringing people up from, tabs.
I believe those are called red flags.
Those are both perfectly sensible decisions that made perfect logical sense. Please go and watch the stream and judge for yourself. But old Georgie, basically the hero, and solved all the problems.
He has never done anything wrong in his life.
Exactly. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
You can watch all of that in Windfall and Waterdeep if you'd like to find out a little bit more about Ogden and Georgie's backstory. Finally, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom, he, him, and I'm playing Pip, or he, him. Yes, he's a cryptid out in the big wide world. He's not too concerned about the cucumbers because most of the things I eat do in fact have faces, so it's not that much of a change, really. I'm just having a lovely day.
How did it get worse?
Tom.
Me.
At least you're not hiding behind your mini today, it's positive.
Give it some time. I can't hide from my sins.
Speaking of minis,
Segue.
we'd like to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offer fully customizable tabletop miniatures. So they have a character builder tool where you can go and basically choose everything you want to have on your mini and get rid of everything that you don't want to have. So I have a physical one here that is OG Prosperous. Yes, indeed. I'm running out of ones to hold up now, so I'm just choosing my favourites, which are obviously Prosperous. You can see all the ones from this stream being made. They should be on the screen at the moment, and you can see us building them together, so using the tool and in multiple different ways in our Meet the Characters content, which is great, and you can find out a little bit more about the characters and the design choices behind them in that content. So yes, do check that out if you're interested. We had a lot of fun making them and making all the choices behind the characters. Yes, check out Hero Forge at heroforge.com. We're also sponsored by Ultra Pro. Ultra Pro make basically everything physical for your tabletop. So dice bags, dice trays, character sheet portfolios, figurines of durable power, which I usually show because they're really cute. So here is an owlbear. He is purple. He is great. I'm going to put him down now. They have lots of different figurines of adorable power and all sorts of different things. And we are giving away an Ultra Pro gift card in chat today. So say something nice in chat. Don't say something rude. Doesn't necessarily have to be nice. Just say hello. Anything you like. And you'll be entered into the draw to win the Ultra Pro gift card. And we will contact you via Twitch Whispers if you have won. So yeah, chat to us about us. Awkward. And check out ultrapro.com for everything that they do. We're also sponsored by Elderwood Academy. Elderwood make amazing dice boxes and things. That's the base of one, which is not going to be that exciting to show you. Here is a dice box.
Can you show mine?
Yes, please do. It's also a rolling tray. There's the inside. It's got my dice in it.
This is my Codex Dice Tower.
Codex Tower.
It is a dice tower. You can roll things. I'm going to roll it today a little bit. It's also a good place for storing your dice when you carry around and watch people go, what is that strange arcane thing?
If you like building things, Elderwood, basically everything on their site you build for yourself. So you choose the wood, you choose the leather, you choose the foil, you choose what the design is, and they will then build it custom for you. So it's really cool. Everything on their site is amazing and it's really high quality. So I think there won't be at elderwoodacademy.com and go check them out. There is a discount code that you can use, which is Chris. Roll-together. It'll be in chat at the moment, so
that's roll and then the symbol hyphen, not roll hyphen together. That's not a thing.
It'll be in chat if you require further clarity. We also have some supporters. So we're supported by D&D Beyond, who provide all of our character sheets. So all the characters here have character sheets, which you can see on the overlay on the left-hand side of the screen. You can click on that and find out more about them. If you want to see what spell choices they've made or what their stats are or what abilities they can use, that's all there. They'll be using them today to, as I said, see what they can and can't do. I'm also using D&D Beyond for encounter tracking, choosing some magic items. Get excited.
I'm going to spend all session asking if it's a magic item.
Or just wait. And all sorts of things. And they have all of the handbooks on there and the new books and all the books. So yeah, it's a great tool. Check it out. We're also sponsored by Level Up Dice, who make these amazing dice. We have these really big ones called Table Shakers. They also make loads of other dice. They're really awesome. You can find them at Level Up Dice. I don't actually have their website, but just search Level Up Dice. You will find them. Or there's a link in chat. We're also supported by 2 D&D video games. So Warriors of Waterdeep and Isle Champions of Forgotten Realms. We have things happening with both of them today. So you can get a chest with Idle Champions. Sean is clearly Team Warriors of Waterdeep. Or you can get gems for Warriors of Waterdeep.
It's fine.
Basically the details for all that will be in chat at the moment. So if you're curious, look in chat to see what's happening, and you can find it all there. We'll be running for about 3 hours today. There'll be a 10-minute break, probably 10 minutes. in the middle. I'm not entirely sure when that will be, but we'll aim for roughly the middle. We're improvising, so I'm trying to find the best place. And we're all together at RPG on all social media, so you can find us. Yes, there's our champions. Thank you, Chris. On all social media. So check us out, chat to us. We like talking to people. You can find us on Patreon. We have a D20 Club who support us, and we're really grateful to all of you who do support us. And you can, if you want to join us on Patreon, you can find out a little bit in advance everything we're doing. So it's good fun. Right. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. I'm sorry, my laptop is over here, so I'm just going to look at that while I read this bit. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen, and have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. With that being said, let us dive into our intro, and we'll be back in a few seconds to kick off the game. So, in our first session, the group arrived at the Sealy Court, made some bargains. They agreed in exchange for things that they wanted to go to a town or a village, a small town/village called Dusk Falls, which is somewhere in the Faewild. Who knows? They were teleported to Dusk Falls by the Boggle that they had made the deals with, who had asked them to go and find a satyr, who was very important to the Sealy Court, called Tessia. You're not entirely sure why Tessia is needed by the Sealy Court, but you were told that it was very important. Once at Dusk Falls, you made your way through a forest that didn't seem to want you to walk through it, and eventually made your way to a ring of mushrooms round the edge of the village, encountering a group of darklings and one pixie who seemed very keen for you not to enter. Excitedly so. You did in fact enter, against the wishes of the darklings. There was maybe at one point a darkling kebab. Tom. And
it's a monster.
You have all stepped over the pink mushroom ring, made your way into Dusk Falls. You walked through the village square, where you saw the town hall. You saw the greengrocers, which is called... You walked past Awesome Apples, the greengrocers. You walked past the town hall. You met someone who works at the town hall who told you that it was closed because it's a Sunday, and they're not working on Sundays. With that being the case, you sort of persuaded this terrified fae to take you to the nearest tavern, which was in fact the Happy Cucumber. Once at the Happy Cucumber, you were quite terrified by the jars of cucumbers, jars of pickles with smiling faces carved into them. You met the barkeep, whose name is Lexis. They're in Eladrin. And you persuaded them not to carve faces into your sausages, which seemed like an important victory at the time.
Disturbed mind here somewhere, carving faces into phallic things.
You persuaded them to persuade Ethel the cook not to carve them into your sausages. You sat outside, you ordered some tea. Ogden ordered a lettuce crown for Meg, Pip's elk, because she is a queen. And
that's a sentence.
Absolute queen.
That is pretty much where we left things. You're at the Happy Cucumber. You have this greenery crown. Your food had just arrived, and you have some tea.
Now, I'd never experienced tea before, so tea was special.
That's correct. You're currently drinking Faewild Breakfast and Sealy Grey.
Which of these do you prefer, Pip?
I think I try this one, the Sealy one. But it's just like hot tea water. I don't understand why they're so excited about it. It doesn't.
What's hot tea water?
It's just water. It's hot tea, you know.
But this tastes like something special. Have I just missed out on some kind of big thing?
I think so. I think they've been keeping us from experiencing. What else? What else do you think they haven't told us about?
I don't know what they haven't told us about.
Oh,
if I knew what they hadn't told us about, I'd know what they hadn't told us about, and I'd know about it because they told.
Two characters just sort of like.
I drink more of the Faewild Breakfast.
It's more earthy than the Sealy Grey, which is more floral.
I try and swap it for the Sealy Grey.
I think we're just because I think we've got brought out like a little tray of tasty stuff. So I think if it's okay with you, I think we're pretty sort of like we're good at we're swapping cups. We're trying it.
I'll pour myself a new cup every time. I'll pour myself a new cup, so I've got my cup.
Yeah, God, we're back to me not appreciating the importance of people's cups. That seems to be a recurring thing in these D&D games.
Don't take this the wrong way, Pip, but looking at you, I don't know where you've been.
Oh no, you've seen him get covered in blood, and yeah, just.
I've got two of my own teacups, so just.
Sorry. Oh, poor Pip. He probably doesn't appreciate the taste. It's just like, I just got gunk in my mouth at the moment. It's just hot gunk.
Did
Eating the leaves.
Did you not strain it?
What?
Did you?
Eating tea.
Lexus comes out. It's like, did you not? Picks up the tea strainer. You pour it through this first into your cup, and the leaves don't.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And then so like, wow. Okay. So like looking at the others and going, all right, no, yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
I thought you just left the bits at the bottom.
You wanted some crates. I've got one for you.
Got a crate. Is there a crate?
It's sort of a big wooden crate.
That's amazing. Can I just put it down here? We'll just keep an eye on this crate. Thank you for these sausages, by the way, Gertie. I have to just go shopping, and Ogden's just going to pick up the plate of sausages and be like, just a mo, and just sort of wander off with the plate of sausages, but leaving the crate and the crown.
Do you want a box for them?
The sausages?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Are you going to bring the plate back?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Georgie, how long have you known Ogden?
I'd really rather you didn't take the plate away if you don't know if you're going to bring it back. Do you want to? I can put them in a box for you, though.
That would be good. Oh, yeah, that would be good. Thank you.
Just gonna go and get a little cardboard box for you to put them in, and then we'll gently take the plate away from you, whilst trying not to look suspicious of you.
What about cutlery?
All right, I'll get you some of the cheap ones from the back, and then if you do walk off with them, it doesn't matter too much. All right?
Right. Thank you very much.
Is Upton just on the rob? Is that what's happening today? I will take your cutlery, your sausages, and your plate.
We're out like a jar of pickles.
One of the pickles goes,
No. They come back, and clearly before you had quite nice cutlery with a rounded handle. These are the ones you get in your work kitchen at work, where it's it's blunt and it's not quite as nice to eat off because it's slightly sharp in your mouth. These are those ones. These are clearly the staff cutlery.
Thank you very much.
I mean, if you would bring them back, I would prefer it, but...
Right, I'll try. I think I probably can bring them back.
Okay.
Okay. Could you make sure no one messes with the crate, please? So I say to the group.
Sure.
It's very important. And the crown. Is the crown still on the table?
Nutmeg.
There is one point is now missing, and there's like one leaf hanging out of the elk's mouth. She doesn't look ashamed.
Oh.
That's understandable. I'm just going to bow to the elk slightly. and then I'm leaving with my box.
All right. What's everyone else doing as Ogden leaves with a box of food?
Wondering if Ogden's okay.
Georgie?
Well, I mean, Geordie's probably seen this side of Ogden before, so it's just kind of just every so often, just Ogden goes a little bit like, ooh, and and then he start right in it, and then he does that, and
yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, no, completely.
Enoch.
Pip, stop eating tea.
Well, let's turn the rest That's something both elk and stag have got leaves in their mouths, just hanging out like.
While all of this is going on, all this carnage, while it's all ensuing, Enoch is going to spend about 10 to 11 minutes to cast Unseen Servant. So everyone's just going to see puffs of green, puffs of orange, lots of glitter. And you'll probably eventually see Enoch's top hat just rise from his head and place on the table in front of him. And he's going to start just moving his hands around that area.
Oh, that's really good, that is.
I did it just for you. Where has Ogden gone? I was hoping they'd be impressed by this, but he's taken our sausages and run.
I literally have no idea.
I am befuddled.
All the sausages.
I believe so. I was looking forward to tasting one because I've never had a sausage, believe it or not. And
all right, I can take it in. Gertie will fly off to go and get more sausages and make another order at the bar. I'm guessing I have enough money.
Yeah, that's
Without
fine.
the faces on, please.
No faces.
That's
no
fine.
faces.
You can make another order.
Don't trust the faces.
I mean, I didn't want to point it out earlier, but we could have avoided offending the proprietor of this fine joint if I'd just used mending on him. I'm sure that would have worked.
I am not there
I think
for
that
this
still constitutes as
conversation.
handling. I'm still not a fan of the sausage handling.
Would have taken a minute as well per sausage. Charmony, where are you going?
Wander around to a street, another street, and then I'm going to stop a random person. Are there any random people I can stop?
There is a small boggled child.
Hello.
Oh, you're tall.
I'm lost. Can you please help me find Glendon's goods?
Oh, that makes sense, actually. He's quite tall, too.
Exciting.
Tightest.
It's that way. You see that house that's got the tree growing out of it?
Yes.
It's that one.
That's exciting. Thank you. You have been very helpful. I appreciate you. Come see a show. I don't know where it is, but if I find it, I'll let you know. You'll like it.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the house with the tree.
It's on the corner of the green. There is a sign on the outside which says Glendon's Goods. There is. Hang on. Sorry. One sec. There is a. This house looks like it's been enlarged magically, and there are parts of a tree sticking out of the house awkwardly. It looks like even though it's been enlarged, this house is not big enough for this tree. And there is a sign on the front which is hanging at a slightly odd angle which says Glendon's Goods, which has clearly been hand painted.
Open the door.
Yeah. Ding a ding a ding. Oh, inside there is stuff everywhere. The inside is basically hollow, but there are shelves on every single surface, and all of them are full of things. The entire inside is taken up by a tree person, an ent. You would have come across them in your travels through the Faewild, who is also sticking out of the building at random places. With him is a dryad, and they are having a small row. Which seems to be about where things have been put. He's going to turn to you with some relief on his face. Ah, a customer.
Yes.
Good. Yes. Well, good. He's gonna sort of like wave the dryad away, like, oh, later, Panata. We've got a customer. Welcome to Glendon's Goods. I am Glendon. He like sort of pulls one arm in awkwardly from outside. It's a branch.
Glendon, I'm Ogden.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. He knocks some things off a shelf as he's shaking your arm. It's not a very well designed shop.
What is this nightmare?
The dryad goes where the things have been knocked off Panata and starts like moving them back. Welcome. You are not familiar, but it is very nice to meet you. Can I assist you with anything in the shop?
I need goods.
Oh, good. We sell goods.
Oh, good.
It's Glendon's
That's
Goods.
good. Oh, that's good.
It's very good, yes.
Good. I would like, please. Well, what I need is a red carpet. I would
Right.
also like some sort of plush velvet coverings, if possible, and maybe a rope, but not a normal, not like this rope,
Right.
but like they're sort of big and soft and.
Oh, like fancy rope.
Yes, I think Myrtle knits them, but they're very fancy.
Roll a D100.
Oh, I have those somewhere. That's right, isn't it? 62.
I definitely have some velvet, and I probably have some carpet. Well, I'm not sure it's red.
Oh, no, it does.
We have normal rope. I'm not sure about fancy rope.
If it's not red, it doesn't make sense. Otherwise, it's just carpet.
Well, because you could sort of paint it red if you wanted.
You have paint.
I have paint. Yes. Panata, where did you put the carpet? And she'll just come next to him like, well, I tidied it away from the last time you knocked it off the wall, and it's now upstairs. He'll sort of like reach up into the attic, which you can't see, and start like ferreting around trying to find a roll of carpet. He'll pull one down. It's sort of deep purple. This.
White, reddish, isn't it?
I can have a look and see if we've got any more.
Do you think elks are colourblind?
I wasn't going to say, but
Do you know, I have absolutely no idea, but I do know that I can't see very many colours. I'm not entirely sure what colour this is.
It's purple.
Right. What does that look like? This, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very nice. I have things too. I have this box of sausages.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is this is all I have. It's this box of sausages. Would you like them? I would like some carpet.
Can't really eat sausages, being a tree. Tell you what, how about...
Can't eat sausages.
Well, where would I put them? He says with his mouth.
It's not gonna...
Tell you what, if you take the carpet now,
Yes.
then I'll just ask you for something later. How about that?
That sounds good.
Yeah, all right.
Right. So I can eat the sausages, you won't ask me for the sausages later. If the sausages are gone, they might be gone, so
No, just
this is a now or never deal.
when I need something, I'll say
Yes.
like, Ogden,
Yes.
you remember when you took the carpet?
Yes.
I need
yes.
something now. How
And
about
the paint and the rope and the velvet.
that? Yes, the velvet. Right. Panata, where did you put the velvet? This goes on as he finds all the things you wanted.
Does he knock everything else off the walls? And is there generally a mess all over the floor?
It is quite messy in here. Panata is generally like putting things away as he's knocking them off, which is why she knows where everything is and he has absolutely no idea.
I've already seen him.
May I ask a question?
Yes,
What is this house made of?
stone.
Good.
It's an abomination.
Why?
It's another nightmare.
It was the gingerbread man in a gingerbread house quandary. You know, is he made of house or is the house made of flesh?
Oh, no.
But if it's a stone house,
Stone
then,
house.
Yeah, we're all good.
By the way, elk are not colourblind, but they lack a red cone, so they see orange, red, and that sort of thing, all the shades of yellow.
I rolled a 5. He had no idea.
Now we all know.
What you get is a bucket of red paint,
Right.
a very functional rope. It's not very plush.
Right.
The purple carpet, which is relatively long and quite hard to carry because carpet is heavy, and 2 yellow velvet seat covers.
That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
In return for an unnamed favour to be called at some point in the future.
I love the Faewild.
Later I will take your soul.
Okay. I will.
Do you want to take them now or shall I deliver them
I
somewhere?
need them now.
Oh, okay.
Could you help me carry them? Now. Are you busy?
I'm sticking up.
Pretty sure you can't leave the house, Shubs.
I mean, I have 1 delivery day a week and it takes me all night to get out of the house.
Oh my
I'll
God.
take them now.
Okay.
Bad customer service, really. I mean,
So I'm gonna put down the sausages, and then I'm gonna pick up the carpet, and then I'm gonna drag the carpet outside.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna come back, the velvet seat covers and the rope, and the paints, and the sausages. I'm gonna go outside, and then I'm gonna sit down, and then I'm just gonna eat the sausages.
Fair.
I'll be there for a while eating sausages.
In the pub. What are the rest of you doing? Oh, it's been a while.
I brought back my sausages.
You've eaten your sausages.
They also didn't have faces on them. I was insistent.
thank you.
Disturbing. It's what it is.
I think 3 of us have just had sausages for the first time.
This is the first time I've ever had a sausage.
They were delicious.
So it's just meat in a tube?
Yeah, but you know, the tube is made of. Actually, let's not dwell on that.
Meat, also meat.
I'd quite like to know what they're made of.
Yeah, what is this tube?
Did you have the meat sausages or the not meat sausages?
Meat
They're
sausages.
non-meat sausages.
Why would I get non-meat?
I believe they're called cucumbers. The
Yeah.
non-meat sausages.
Yeah, we had this conversation earlier. Yeah.
Pickles.
Sure, yeah. Well, let's see. You know when you're eating someone, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And
No.
and the lower
Sorry.
bit, it's all full of sausages.
oh.
What are you talking about?
Is everything all right, old Georgie? I know it's quite hot. Is everything all right?
I mean, to be quite honest, I'm not entirely sure that I should be eating the meat sausages, but you know, it's been 30 years, isn't it?
Hang on, what meat's in the sausages?
What you got?
I don't know.
Pork. They're pork sausages.
I swear to God, if you said venison.
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Yeah, you can put whatever you like. Yeah. Potluck. Catch of the day.
That's the wrong place.
Right.
Enoch will be using Unseen Servant if there's any cutlery that Ogden hasn't taken to cut up the sausages and actually feed himself.
Could you
after a little
roll
while.
some sort of performance check
Sure.
to do this in a way that looks...
Natural.
Yeah.
Well, that's an 11, everyone.
It's fine. There are moments where you're like, yeah, exactly.
Probably do that hand gesture.
Psionic forks, you wave them around, the food just levitates into your mouth.
At some points, the unseen servant just like picks a bit of sausages and just like holds it here, and you're like, could you just Yeah.
Come here, dear boy. Come on. There we are. Right. There we are. Thank you. As it just flicks it towards somebody else. But I'm sorry. I'm still practicing.
It's very impressive, Pip.
I give half a practice. There's not much to do in the woods. I get a bit of the crown and sort of flick it over my shoulder for Nutmeg to. So.
Nutmeg has been nibbling on the crown. There's not a huge amount left.
No, that's sort of. I got a feeling that I think at one point I was like, "Do you?" Yeah, that's fine. Just.
As you're sitting there, a boggle comes out to your table. Oh, it's nice to meet you all. Lexis told me that you were asking a question about Tessia, yes?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to find Tessia for the Sealy Court.
Oh, I like Tessia. She's nice. She always says how much she likes the cucumbers. I see that you've all have you eaten them?
No.
Oh,
I mean, maybe Nutmeg might have eaten
I
one.
think Nutmeg has had all of our cucumbers.
I started with the face.
I see. Oh, I see that you ate them all. Did you enjoy them? They're my special recipe.
Yeah, the pickle is.
Do you cut out the faces?
Yeah.
Why?
I tried to make it a different one every time.
Why?
They were all exactly the same.
This doesn't help my feeling this person is probably just not. Yeah.
Well, when you get a bit older, it's not a lot to do, and sometimes you just gotta find a hobby. And I really like making pickles.
Okay.
Good for you.
Anyway, Tessia, she's really nice. She likes pickles. She orders a jar. I have a jar for her. Would you mind taking it with you when you go see her?
We don't know where she lives.
Paradise Range. Everyone knows that.
Where's that?
It's out on the. If you walk across the river, over the bridge, obviously. Please don't walk over the river.
Do you have a map?
And if you go across the river and then follow the road, when you get to the outskirts of the buildings, you'll be able to see one building out in the middle of the farm. That's Paradise Range.
Yeah, we could. I could probably take charge of some pickles.
Oh well, they're here. Her hands are like stuck to a jar, and she just like unsticks her fingers and hands it to you. Just be very very careful with them because they're precious. I made them specially for Tessia.
Probably a little bit wary of like objects that people are reluctant to, or seemingly reluctant to take their hands off of.
Enoch is going to nervously cast prestidigitation on those sticky fingers just to clean them up a little bit.
They immediately become sticky again because she is a boggle.
Enoch's gonna just have an eye twitch.
You tried.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but do all of the pickles have names?
No?
Good.
They all have the same name.
What
That's
is
good.
the name of the pickle?
They're all called Harry.
Suddenly more disturbed and worried.
Yeah. So
We
you
know
can.
the true name of pickles. That's good. That's useful in the Faewild.
I'm going to regret this question, but why are they all called Harry?
It's a sad story.
Oh, good.
Straight us up and like,
My husband was called Harry, and he died a few years ago, and it's just they remind me of him.
Was he also a cucumber? I'm sorry, I'm not 100% with this analogy.
Well, no, but he was green, you see, so
And you carve little faces in green things in his memory. It's nice, lovely. That's lovely.
yeah.
that's very nice.
You didn't carve faces into your lost husband.
No. Every year I go and put a jar on his grave.
I have so many questions, but I feel like there's probably something else we should be doing.
We're waiting for some carpet, so leave it. Tell us more about your husband.
I mean, it was a very sad story, but it wasn't a particularly long story. You'd probably do it some embellishment. wouldn't it?
Ogden, what are you doing?
No, don't go away. It's dead Vogel.
Was it a dead bug? What was your husband?
I like sausages.
Harry,
Yeah.
what do you mean? What was
species?
it? A pixie? Why is that relevant?
You didn't pickle him, did you?
How dare you?
Is all of the brine bits of Harry?
Ethel is going.
Laura's written.
Ethel is going to take offence at that statement and leave.
I mean,
Thank you for dropping.
What, was that the weird line?
I wouldn't know.
Ogden.
Is she happy that we're all eating her husband now? Is that what this is?
Chris, shut up. Ogden, what are you doing? You finished your just now.
Ogden is gonna go and open the door of the shop again, which was just outside. So wait,
Oh, hello.
we're looking for a satyr called Tessia. That was the important thing we were supposed to be doing. It wasn't the carpet. I forgot.
Oh, I like Tessia. She's very nice. She comes in here and sometimes she just sits down and has a good old chin wag. And sometimes she moves things around and Pinata doesn't like that at all.
I feel like role-playing Pinata right now in the corner, just angrily picking up socks that have been on the floor for like 5 to 10 days.
Pinata has just gone out to get some groceries, so for this sentence.
If I were to find her and sort it out and make everything right and things, how would I do that?
Well, she's probably in her house. It's called Paradise Range. It's just on the outskirts of town. I can see it from here, actually. It's just, if you go over the river, it's the only farmhouse within sight from the building. It's very nice. She likes visitors. She likes you to knock, though. Or is it the bell pull? I always forget.
This is so useful. My friends are going to be so impressed that I found this information because this is vital for our quest that we're on.
Actually, I haven't seen her in a couple of days, so do say hello.
Say hello. Your Glendon. Say hello from Glendon. I will 100% do that.
Yes. Just remind her that she's always welcome to drop in.
This is a lovely place, apart from when we got attacked when we came in. But apart from that, this is a lovely place.
There is no change of expression when you say that.
Oh, that's funny. Right, thank you. I'm going to go outside again.
I'm spending so much time trying to work out what is sus and what isn't, and the line is so grey right now.
I'm genuinely suspicious that everyone says Tessia is very nice. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people, every time someone says Tessie, goes, oh, Tessie is really nice.
he's terrible. Something is terrible here. That's the sus thing, not the rest of it.
Is Tessie or a cucumber is my next question.
You need to ask these questions.
You'll
If you
have
don't
to
ask,
go to her house and find out.
Okay,
Just a cucumber on a table screaming. Sorry, Shams.
Do you want to pick up all the things?
I'm trying. What I think I should do is I should try and hold all the things, and then the edge of the carpet, I could just drag the carpet.
You are one size. You do count as one size larger for carrying things, so you can probably just pick them all up.
Powerful build.
Carpet things. I'm gonna put the knife and fork in my belt so they don't get lost. It's very important. And I'm going to go very happily back to the pub. This is great. I've done such good work.
Are you going through the pub, or are you just going to go around the back to the garden where the rest are?
I'm around the back.
Okay.
Hello!
There you go.
The crown is entirely gone at this point.
If all the cucumbers are called Harry, are they Harry 1? Harry 2? Are they numbered?
or do they get
Do they
consumed?
start again?
Yeah, they start from the beginning.
But when do they start again? Once they've been pickled or once they've been consumed?
I mean, we could ask, but she doesn't want to talk to us.
I feel like there's a finality with consumption. So once that happens, then we revert back to 1. How many cucumbers are there in total? And
How many cucumbers are there in circulation at any one time?
Does she have a spreadsheet?
There were a lot of jars in the pub.
Is there like a cucumber economy?
Is it like by jars? Like Harry 1-1, Harry 1-2?
Oh, they're sectioned.
Ogden, you walk in on this conversation.
That's fine.
Is that how you're going to do? Like, it's fine.
I'm going to put my things down and go return the knife and fork.
Oh, you brought them back. Thank you. Excellent. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Your friends have made a bit of a mess with Ethel, so
They made a mess. Oh, did they? Oh gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was there a skewering involved? Because we on the way in, and then there was just so much stabbing, and it wasn't really the plan, but it just sort of happened. And we can make better plans. And I'm so sorry about Ethel. Is there somewhere I could send flowers or?
They just completely blank until you finish your saying things. I think it was just some exchange words. But
words.
Yes, you might want to just give her a few days.
As a person, I think.
Few days to simmer down.
Simmer, Ethel. I don't know what to write or remember for this. Don't talk to Ethel.
Yes.
The instruction.
Yes.
Here.
If you simmer Ethel down, then eventually she will pickle.
Don't talk to Ethel for 2 days. Okay.
Exactly.
Check's watch. Right.
Actually, the way Ogden works, it would be like, okay, that's 48 hours. That's exactly to the minute.
Write it down. So good. Thank you so much. I'm going to go outside and start crafting my box and carpet and plush.
What are you doing with the box and carpet and velvet?
I'll start with the carpet rolled up on one side. I need to line the inside of the box with the seat covers, like one on the bottom, one on the back. There is a back to the box, so it's that one. And then I'll put the rope around it, around the rim of the box, and then the carpet will be rolled up, and then I will go and. I'll sort of look at the nutmeg, and then I'll look at the crate. And then I'll go to Gertie. Hello.
Hello.
Your Highness, would you like to come this way?
Why?
Because your seat is this way. That's the way it is.
I'm looking at everyone with a kind of... All right, Ogden. All right, I'll come check out.
Ogden is going to lead you.
Please tell me it doesn't have a face on it.
Ogden's going to lead you away from the table of the box to a random patch of ground.
Why are we here?
Wait. One second. Then Ogden's going to run back to the box and go whoosh with the carpet. And try and hope that it just unrolls to ending where Gertie is standing exactly.
I'm flying. I'm consistently flying or floating unless otherwise stated.
Below.
Roll for carpet.
I guess roll a performance check.
It's going to be great. This is definitely going to be great. It's absolutely fine. Nobody panic. 13.
It unrolls. It's probably just like... This is not like... red carpet. This is like carpet, and it's like
paint it as well.
it's purple, and it's like 10 feet short of Gertie, and it's too wide because it's for a room.
Yeah, we'll just come in a little bit, and then I'm going to run and get the paint, and then I'm going to scoop some paint, and I'm just going to so it's red spots.
It looks like someone died on the carpet now. Yeah.
And then we'll be like, Your Highness, would you like to come to your box?
Can I roll an insight check to see if Ogden's okay?
Sure.
Again, I'm looking at old Georgie like, is this a material plane thing? Is this 22 what to do?
Ogden has really good intentions and is clearly very invested in this.
I would say that this is not so much a Waterdeep thing, so much as a priority management issue.
Right.
Well, thank you very much, Ogden. This is lovely. I'm going to fly over the red carpet so I don't get paint on my feet, and just fly over it and... Right, where's this box then, Ogden?
This is the box. It's the royal box.
Is it also covered in red paint?
No. No, maybe I should have. Would you like it to be read?
No. Sorry, that was a comment to the DM.
I got confused.
The voices are very different.
Our time is always Ogden now. It's just my life. It's very confusing.
I will go and, I suppose, land in the box.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for this precious gift.
We can take it with us so that wherever we go, you have somewhere appropriate to watch the scenes from.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Ogden.
Sometimes I'm going to whisper in Gertie's ear. Nutmeg might like the box, but it might be a squeeze if they try to get into the box.
Don't worry, Ogden. If Nutmeg wants the box, I will happily relinquish control of the box to Nutmeg.
Do you think Enoch would like a box? It's just that...
Do you want to make a box for Enoch?
Well, I have my suspicions, you see, that Enoch might also be royalty, because have you seen their very nice suit?
Enoch's suit is shabby, right?
It's stained.
Sure.
Roll deception.
Can if you like.
The kind of person who would wear a suit like that must be very important. And when a person is very important, you have to do the very important person protocol that we have.
Ogden?
Yes.
I'm sorry if this is gonna shatter your worldview. You do realise you're not in a theatre right now, right?
Well...
Where there's no boxes in the real world.
I thought that, Gertie, for a while, and I was worried about that, but it turns out that when you go to the Faewild and you have your family with you, the theatre is wherever you are.
Okay, Ogden. Thank you so much for the royal box. I will treasure it always. Someone's going to have to carry it for me, though. I am...
I'll carry it, that's fine.
Wonderful. Great.
Also, I found out some important information about the quest.
Oh,
Don't
great.
worry, I've solved it.
Fantastic.
She lives on a farm. It's probably over there. In a
Paradise
house.
Range, yeah.
That was it, yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, everyone. She lives on Paradise Range, thanks, Gertie.
Don't worry.
I've sorted it.
Gertie is just face-palming in a box.
I hope that helps. Shall we go there?
Yeah, Ogden, you're a terrific help.
With Gertie in the box, can she see out?
I'll fix the cost.
She's meant to watch the scenes from within said box, but can't see out.
It's like a beer crate, so you can sit in it and see it.
So it's actually the right size for me because I'm 2.5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let's put a giant elk in there.
Would you like to go to Paradise Range?
Depends. Can my box go on the back of the elk? Can I sit in it like the queen that I am?
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh my
I mean, you'd have to ask the elk.
Oh, no. I have no compunctions about this. Chris, the player, would like that to happen, but Gertie is just concerned for Ogden and is going to take part in whatever Ogden wants. And, yeah.
Lest Ogden decides to start carving faces in things.
Yep.
Oh, no.
It looks better with a smile.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Did someone say VIP? I couldn't help but overhear royal and VIP, my two favourite words.
Enoch, oh mate, let me
That's me.
let me tell you over there. I'm going to fly over to Enoch and just carefully put an arm on Enoch's shoulder and whisper, Enoch,
Hello.
Ogden,
Yes.
if Ogden thinks you're royalty, Ogden's going to do all sorts of crazy shit for you. You gotta just say you're not. I don't care if you are.
Knife in your teeth.
I don't care what you are. Or you can be whatever you want, Enoch. It's your own. Just tell Ogden you're no one.
This is why we get on, Gertie.
I'm really hyperventilating.
I could tell. Ogden, dear, Yes, I'm going to look across to Gertie as I say this. I am no one. Or am I?
I think I understand.
Enoch, you did it wrong.
I'm sorry. It's just, you always have to have the element of mystery, you know.
No, you don't.
You can't just go on with a sweeping statement and hope that works. You have to, you know, you have to give the audience a little bit more.
This isn't a magic show, it's real life.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Right, did I hear something about Paradise Falls? Range.
Not make a performance.
Something's up.
Unless you want
It's
to
Paradise Falls where we go
inflate
when we're 18.
1,000 balloons, yeah.
Oh,
You've had quite good directions. You could quite easily make your way the
I know the way.
way you've been.
oh, good.
It's that way.
Good.
Are you going?
Yep.
What's just very quickly? What's the capacity of a bag of holding? Because I'm just wondering whether like the carpet could actually just go in.
Oh, you could definitely whack a carpet in a bag of holding. You probably you could probably put the crate in the bag of holding.
I'm imagining because it's just like a little pouch on the corner, but I'm imagining it's this kind of weird. You put something towards
It's like
it.
a
and just
snake, like a snake mouth. Sorry, you didn't need to see that.
It went from Sean's very pleasant sort of Disney expression to yours, yes, it's like a snake.
All right, fair. It's got teeth and all. It's for clasping.
Thank you.
So you know you've got to have a wobbly, haven't you?
So the royal box is in the bag. Good.
Box in there as well. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll put it all in the back. Yeah. This way, everyone.
Does that count as a short rest?
Oh yes, if you want to roll hit dice or get back short rest things, please feel free. I think it was an hour of actual time.
As we set off, or as we begin to move away from where we are, Enoch's hat still on the table will begin to float and just follow him as he walks.
Ogden.
And then he'll eventually catch it and put it on his head.
Enoch's hat is floating.
I'm trying to do maths in my head at the same time. This is very... Oh, God. 18, I think. Oh, God, too much. I will look in amazement at the floating hat and then, like, look casual and be like, whoa, that's nothing. In case anyone thought it was something.
Enoch will look a bit offended as the hat returns to his purple-headed.
I will hurry over. I will hurry over to Enoch and be like, I don't think anyone noticed. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, Ogden. Such kind words.
From behind Ogden, you see Gertie doing this, just floating past with a...
There'll be a little minute between Enoch and Gertie where we're both just like...
Just go along with it.
All right.
After you, Ogden, please, after you.
Thank you, Your Grace. Okay, since you're no one.
That's your no one walk. Everything's fine.
Hands on my legs and
The more I'm going to fly next to Pip as per usual and go. The more time I spend with people from the material plane, the more I think it's really, really odd.
Absolutely no. I don't want to go. It seems terrifying.
I was really excited, but they just seem to be strange.
Because you've seen the play. Is it like this?
No!
Good!
It's perfectly normal. There's a wizard and there's a witch who gets crushed by an house. You know, stuff that happens every day.
Usual house crushing, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As you're walking through the town, you walk back past Glendon's Goods. You walk past the bakery, the Born and Bread. You walk past the small statue of the fairy in the middle of the village green.
I was going to ask you about this. Is the fairy flying in midair, or is there some kind of stone pedestal connecting fairy to the
It's
ground?
like the tip of one foot is is the point, and then the rest of it is like in a flying pose, almost as if someone made a Hero Forge mini, which would break as soon as I dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, look at my mini.
You walk past Awesome Apples, the grocery.
It's called Awesome Apples.
Look, I really like alliteration. Don't at me.
No. It's just that apples being awe-inspiring is a thing.
It has a display of fruit on the outside. There's some tomatoes. There are apples.
But if there were
No faces.
if there weren't apples, I would have been extremely concerned.
There's quite a lot of apples.
Oh, the faces in the apples, Tom is right.
No.
You have to take these things.
You've learned the culprit for the faces is Ethel, who is at the
That doesn't mean apples
happy
carving
cucumber.
faces into random apples on the street. My next husband was red.
You walk past the town hall, which is quite a stout building, just by the river, and then you reach the bridge, which is like a stone bridge over the river, which you can cross. It's quite a wide river. It's quite a nice one. The bridge you're on is the only one that looks like it would have carts go across it, but there are two further downstream, which look like they're just like little wooden ones for pedestrians to go over. As you carry on through the town, on the road you walk past a shop called the Hypnotic Mushroom, which is currently closed.
Nice.
You see a sign to somewhere called the Sanctum of Veronestra.
Does the word Veronestra ring any bells, like a history check wise?
You can all roll history checks if you like.
Ooh, 18.
18 as well.
3.
Pip, you're like, it's a sign.
I'm not even sure I know how to read.
I did somehow roll the 19.
I rolled a 5, and yeah, that's still 13.
Wow.
It's a very smart tool.
All
Just
right.
don't show it.
Veronestra. Old Georgie, you're like, pretty certain that's a Fey deity.
A deity, if you will.
Oh, Sean, I was so close to saying it and I chose not to.
Not a portmanteau.
Gertie, Ogden, and Enoch, you know that Veronestra is a Fey deity of female fairies' charm and beauty. She is known to be fickle, vain, and jealous.
Perfect.
On your travels, you also walk past a sign to somewhere called Beats of Fire, but you do not walk past the actual place.
Is that Beats B-E-E-T-S or Beats B-E-S?
B-E-A-T-S.
Shame. I was expecting beetroot on fire with faces.
Okay.
And then the buildings start to end, and you're back on open road in between fields, and you can see one farmhouse in the distance.
Oh, the field's tilled. Is it farmland?
Yeah, it's farmland.
Is this still a lot further in than the ring of mushrooms that we stepped into?
You
on the
haven't
other
seen
side?
any mushrooms.
But like, is it proportionally? Was there a long way?
You feel like you would probably still be inside the mushrooms. You didn't measure the exact
the curvature
of the mushrooms.
and then
You haven't
extrapolate
you
out.
haven't like taken a slice to check the diameter, but yeah, you haven't seen any more mushrooms.
Can we see more mushrooms? Like, does the road continue, then there's mushrooms?
You can't see any mushrooms at the moment. You can just see what looks like the farmhouse. Oh no, cat. Sean, if your cat ends the call again.
Yeah, you go, cat.
Yes.
I'll just take this moment to say that I wrote Faety, but it looks like fajita. So we have a statue of a fajita.
Is there a road going to the farmhouse?
There's like a little cart track that you could follow.
Any sign of any like farmers, people tilling the fields, anything like that?
Feel free to roll a perception check.
Sure. 12.
12. You can't see anybody in the fields.
Like in a weird way, or like in a...
You don't know, you rolled as well. It just doesn't look like there's anybody in the fields.
The fields look well worked. I don't trust anything, Charmony.
Farming.
Cultural paranoia.
No. Just general Faewild paranoia.
They look like fields.
Okay.
as you are walking towards the farmhouse, it has grey stone walls, it has a thatched roof, and there is a large chimney jutting out from it at a slightly skewish angle. As you're walking towards the front of it, there is a large wooden door which has a stained glass window in it, and you can see a bell pull next to the door. There is a sign next to the bell pull which you'll be able to read as you get closer to it. I just want to check that you want to walk up to it before I narrate the sign to you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So as you get closer, you can see it says in quite like a friendly script, visitors welcome, please pull the rope.
That's us, we're visitors. Glendon said that you had to remember to either knock or pull the rope. And I think this is a bit of a clue to which one it is. Shall we?
Or perhaps it's a test. If I'm sorry, did you say you were told to remember either to knock or to pull the rope? There's a key word in that, you see, which is or.
But he didn't remember which one it was, and you'd have thought the sign. But it could be a test. You're right.
I mean, it says pull the bell.
I'm the kind of person who generally likes to do what signs say.
Please pull the bell. Enoch's just going to take 10 steps back. please ring that bell.
No,
right.
hang on. No, that's a really good point, Enoch. How about I knock and you ring the bell at the same time?
Then we run.
What?
No.
If one of them's wrong, and we do both, then whatever happens, we will have done something wrong.
But also means we've done something right.
So we sort of passed this test.
Precisely.
Done.
That's our fault.
All right. Hedging our bets. All right. Will you cue me in?
Yes. Am I knocking and you're pulling? Or should we both knock Gertie?
You're the stage manager.
I thought you were running away.
Gertie's LX and I'm sound. So I'll pull and Gertie will knock, but with lights somehow, and you just have to cue us, you knock, all right?
Right.
Apparently I'm
simultaneous, otherwise...
I like being Alex.
Okay.
I'll count you down.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1...
You're right.
There is as you pull the bell, there is a distant sound of chimes. And as you wait for a few moments...
on the door do anything?
There is no answer. I mean, you made a knocking sound. There is no response.
Maybe we should have done one or the other.
Yeah, maybe we messed it up.
Shame.
It does look like there's a path that goes around the side of the house if you want to check that out further, or you could...
Are there windows?
There are windows into the house.
Cool, I'm going to fly up to the window and look at it.
You're looking into the kitchen. In the kitchen, you can see... roll a perception check.
Ooh, 10.
It's a beautiful farmhouse kitchen. There's a range, or an Arga for British people. There are herbs and pans hanging from a rack on the ceiling. There is a glass cabinet with a small display of novelty teapots. They all have like different scenes on them from what you can see through the window. It looks like there's a pan on the floor, which is a bit odd. That's all you can get with 10. Everything else looks perfectly in place apart from this pan on the floor.
There's just one pan on the floor. Is the window openable?
You can... There doesn't look to be a latch on the outside.
So open the window.
There doesn't look to be a latch on the outside. There is no way to open this window from the outside.
Can I, because I can fly around the whole house looking for ways to get in?
Yes, is anyone else going around the house? Or
I'll go around the back. Yeah.
Okay, as the two of you make your way around to the back, you can see there's a small porch with a sort of lounge chair and a side table. There's a cup of tea on the side table and a plate with half a biscuit on it. There are double doors which go into the house, and one of them is hanging slightly ajar.
I dip my finger in the tea.
It's cold.
How cold is it?
Sort of half drunk as well. And the biscuit looks like it's had one bite taken out of it.
It's cold. I thought tea was supposed to be hot.
Oh, maybe they do. Tea detective.
What do you think, Pip?
Biscuit. Picks up the biscuit, nibbles it. It's good.
I'm going to drink the cold tea and try the biscuit.
Just we're eating the clues.
I'm going to drink a bit of the cold tea and try the biscuit, see if they make a good combination.
It is excellently made tea, but it is cold. Very, very cold.
I'm not adverse to this cold tea. Maybe if there was ice in it.
The biscuit is a homemade one. It's had chocolate on top, like melted on top as well.
It's enrobed.
Is this where you find the poisoned body?
They've been around the back for some time.
Can I take this opportunity to have a serious conversation with old Georgie?
Please.
Old Georgie.
Yeah, Biggin?
I think we should have a serious conversation.
Oh, what did I do?
I don't know. What did you do? Did you do something?
Well, I didn't think so. I've been quite good, I thought.
We've done lots of good things.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to have a serious conversation with you, if that's all right.
But not about something I've done.
No.
All right, what did you do?
I don't know. I was blind a lot. Look, listen.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help but notice that there were a lot of people who got very stabbed and blown up. A lot of them blew up and blinded me. Some of them sort of popped, I suppose, more than blew up. There was a lot of... What happened was we met some people who I think were a little bit impolite, and now they're all dead. And I was just thinking that obviously, in Waterdeep, we have a different way of doing things, which is when someone's a little bit impolite to you and tries to kill you, you offer them employment. And I was thinking maybe you could have a chat with Pip and explain the alternative ways of doing things in case Pip would be interested in that.
I mean, I can, preach the good word of health and safety, if that's what you're asking. But I mean, I kind of thought it might have been, like a Faewild thing, like, this is just the way it's done here. Someone disrespects you and you put them on a stick and wave them around at their mates. I thought it might.
Do you think that even though where we come from, killing people is bad, it changes depending on what country you're in? Well, I thought it was one of those things that didn't change, but I've never been to the Faewild before. And I know that sometimes you have to, shake your hand with the other hand or, take your shoes off and things. But I thought that the killing people thing was sort of important.
Should we see if Jem wrote this in the handbook? And Georgie's just going to go into the pouch.
Yeah,
let's have a look, see if there's anything about, what to do if
murder.
people start killing
all right,
people.
All right.
I'm going to start reflecting through the book.
We're doing that. Sorry.
Enoch.
While all that's going on, Enoch's going to kind of awkwardly on his own, while you two are talking and you two have gone around the back, just cast mage armor upon himself. So he's
sensible.
So he's at least got something, and leave Ogden and old Georgie to it, and proceed to wander round where Gertie and Pip went.
They're currently drinking a cup of tea that they found and sharing half of a biscuit.
I would go out on a limb and say that tea and biscuits is an excellent combination.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The door is also slightly ajar, Enoch, at the back. There are two double doors and one is slightly ajar.
We are having tea time.
And I can see that, Pip. But the question is, should you be? Were you given this? Because technically we're stealing right now. We are stealing cold tea and a biscuit.
That's a good point. We should probably... Well, We rang the doorbell and no one came out. Well, this door's open. We could go in that way.
So you rang the doorbell, no one answered, then went inside and sold their tea.
No, it was out here. It was out here.
We're just eating biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, shall we go in, or at least see what on earth happened?
Yeah, probably I will. Yeah.
I believe the others are looking at a book. It seemed very important. I left them to it.
Sure.
Which I thought would be a good idea.
Maybe it's book of theatre things. I mean, they seem to think they're still in a show.
They're probably running lines, whatever they do, just in case they have to do it.
There's some really strange notions of free will and preconceived ideas of what happens beforehand happening here.
Blink, blink. Yeah. I sort of turn around and like, nutmeg. I don't think you can come in. I think she might be angry if they knock things over. So I'm gonna put you away for a little bit. No, don't. No. hey. So like going over
like shuffling away a bit.
Yeah. No. Come on. Queenie behaviour. We have to show off to these new people so they realise we're special. Again, we just start like in Great Elk, just like. Yeah. I think this takes a little. I don't just pop her in and out. I think that's the thing I'm trying to convince her. And
it takes a bit of persuasion. She will go in, but
I think I promised her more lettuce, and we are going to. I don't think the pickles were that good a meal. We're going to have a good meal, and that's. Yeah, they get. Oh, all right. I love you very much. I'll talk to you in a bit. Yeah.
I think Enoch's eyebrows are going slowly further and further up his brow.
Now, this seems perfectly normal to me.
Oh yeah.
Ogden old Georgie, what have you discovered in your book?
Murder.
Oh, Shamini, you're not quite picking up.
No, I just didn't say anything.
Okay,
I mouth
fine.
things a lot. Sorry.
It's surprisingly sparse on references to murder, isn't it?
I just think, wouldn't you rather we stuck on the safe side with the killing and didn't do it, rather than assume it might be all right? Because you can't, if it's not all right, no, if we kill them and then it's would have been all right to not kill them, then that's sort of done, isn't it? Whereas if we don't kill them and we later find out the rules are that we should have killed them, we could go back and kill them if necessary, if it would be polite.
Sorry, this is a bit much for a conversation, All I thought was we was going to go drop off some pickles and, take someone back with us, and suddenly I'm questioning my moral code.
Just that if we don't say anything to Pip, if you don't say anything to Pip, there might be more kebabs involved, and it's just very permanent. And I just think Pip might not know about the hiring people.
I mean, we could suggest it as an alternative. It does seem like the sort of thing that, we should maybe discuss as a group, as a kind of, what are our kind of boundaries in terms of making people no longer alive?
Oh, right.
I mean, because, some people might have different tolerances in terms of, how much killing is allowed.
Cross-cultural collaboration.
There might be some compromise.
We might
maybe
have to just chop a limb off, and that's
a bit of maiming instead of
between. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I see that. That sounds great. Thanks, old Georgie. I'll leave that with you then.
Hang about, what did you decide on me?
You just said.
This is funny, Sean. Yes, Sean. You tell the cryptids not to kill people.
You just
Start
said.
rolling up a new character now.
Oh, I don't kill, I maim now. You'll be fine without your leg.
I got this fair.
Yes, you got it.
Thank you, old Georgie, and I will ring on the bell again and hope that the others are inside.
Have you gone inside?
I think as long as Pip's finished talking to Nutmeg and that's all sorted, then turn around and look at the door and go, right, Hello?
Yoo-hoo.
There is no response.
Tessia?
We have pickles.
Is there any noise or movement from inside the house?
Roll a perception check.
25.
You can't hear anything.
There's no one here.
I mean, do we go in and wait, or is that?
Well, she might be, a body on the floor. We don't know.
She might have fallen down and needs help. We are coming in to assist you in case you have slipped and need some strong young things to help you up.
I mean, I can't do any help with that.
Are you leaving your lance on the porch?
I mean, interesting question.
Are you leaving your lance on the porch?
Or are you stowing it somewhere?
Would you think it would be too much if to say like nutmeg? I can sort of slot it onto the side of nutmeg. If
That's
she's got,
fine.
Like, a saddle.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, there's no saddle. It's a flat.
I'm questioning whether you're wandering around holding it. That's all.
No, because it's like 10 feet.
It is 10 foot long.
Which would have been great
problems
during the dining. I'm just standing holding this big stick. No, yeah, it's
cool. So you push the jar door open and head in?
I will be sort of cheek by jowl with Pip. He'll be slightly behind.
I'll be hanging back while they go in.
I think I take the front, sort of prepared. So.
Wow, look at that front, mid, and back line.
As you head in, so you're now heading into the kitchen. It is, as described, a beautiful farmhouse kitchen. Everything is in its place, apart from this pan that's been knocked on the floor, and there are the remnants of some sort of tomato-based sauce spread across the floor. There are other things. You can roll a perception check if you'd like to find out more about the room.
Is it definitely a tomato-based sauce, or is it blood? I'm gonna do. Can I do a medicine check on
blood, tomatoey,
tomato-based blood.
Roll a perception check and see what you roll. So you can help each other if you'd like.
Do you want me to roll a medicine check on the blood? Or is it not blood?
Just roll a perception check, and I'll give you what.
Okay, I am rolling a perception check. It's an 11, it's not great.
You can help each other if you want.
I will help you then.
Thank you.
I was going to say what's perception, but...
+7.
Yeah, well, go for it.
19.
So as you're looking around the room, you can see there are... there's a little statuette of a satyr in the corner. It looks like it's made of metal. You kind of put your finger in the sauce and it's definitely tomato. It looks like the pan was knocked to the floor, and looking around the room you can see that other things have been like kind of knocked slightly. It looks like there was a struggle or a fight in here. You can't see anything that looks like massively out of place. There is a door that leads off the kitchen. There is also, aside from the stove in here, there is also a store cupboard that is currently closed, and there is a box.
A box?
A box. You'd be aware of these. They have magical enchantments on them to keep them cool. They are fridges.
Oh, it's a cold box. Okay, right.
It's a cool box. What's in it though?
What's in the box?
What was it?
What's in the box?
Is
Do you
the pan
look?
cold?
The pan is cold.
And there's no fire on the...
Is the Arder out?
It's still running.
Oh, okay.
But there's nothing. It's not like there's nothing on it.
Okay.
Do you look in the cool box?
I mean, I've got told off for stealing, but let's see what's in the fridge.
Currently, there are plums. There are sausage rolls.
I think I'm going to have to write a note in a moment as I reach out for those plums.
And there is a jar of pickles, which is almost entirely empty. There is just one remaining.
Does it
With a little
have
bit
a
of
face
brine.
or not?
Yeah, of course it has a face.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Get your pickles.
Just making sure. What if one of them didn't have a face, because then something terrible has happened?
I think at this point, Enoch will cast a minor illusion of an arrow sign with bulbs in it that circle it, and make it point downwards towards where Enoch is, in hope that Ogden and Old Georgie will see it from the other side of the building, and hopefully come and join the party.
I like this point you hear the doorbell ringing again.
Is the front door here? Is the front door like in the kitchen?
The front door, it looks like there is another door that comes off this. You can't see the front door. Ogden, Georgie, there is a now an arrow behind the house. A lit up arrow.
That would have been really useful when we was looking for the house in the first place, wouldn't it?
Can I fly over to the door that I think leads to the front door and open it so I could let old Georgie and Ogden in?
Sure, as you open the door, it opens out into a corridor. There's an open door off this room, which leads off into like a living/office space.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the front door at the end of the corridor.
I'm going to go to the front door. I'm just going to go to the front door and, stop splitting the party. And is the front door locked? Can it be opened?
It's not locked.
I open the front door. Hello!
Hello, we're looking for Tessia.
It's me, Ogden!
Have you seen what I just...
No, we went round back and went in. It doesn't look like anyone's here.
As you all step into the house, that is where we'll take our break.
Oh.
And we will be back in a few minutes to pick up with the rest of Tessia's house. So do stick around to find out what is going on.
What's in the box?
Oh, you know what's in the box. All right, see you soon. Bye. everyone. Just before the break, they had opened the front door and stepped into Tessia's house. And with that, could everyone roll
we
initiative?
We just stepped into a door. What was the temporary source? It's after us.
Am I inside? Because I was outside when I cast the minor illusion of the little arrow. I guess I would have seen Gertie make their way to the front door.
Yeah.
Enoch's
You're
feeling
probably
brave.
like
Enoch has gone inside. It's
in the
fine.
kitchen.
Okay.
All right, what have we got? I can see some on the game log.
Natural 1 + 1. 2.
11,
9.
2, 9.
It was me thinking that I was going to be going some form of last, but I got a 14.
2. Relatively
Nice.
good. Pip.
6.
Oh
no.
I'm distracted by these delicious plums.
I don't know what's going on.
I tripped through the threshold.
All right, so let's just work out where everyone is. So who went with Gertie to the door?
It's just me.
Pip, did you stay in the kitchen?
Yeah.
And
Looking
Enoch,
at plants.
you stayed in the kitchen as well.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, as the door is opened, the Arga, the stove, suddenly start to behave quite strangely. And could both of you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Is that Enoch and Pip?
Yes, Enoch and Pip, the two who are in the kitchen.
Just making sure.
That's a nat 20.
Hey!
23.
13.
13. You both jump back and take half of the damage on the belch of fire that spurts from inside the Arga as the doors slam open and the fire within spouts forth. And half of the damage on that is, that would be 13.
The Argas come alive. What is this adventure?
In the hallway, the three of you who were there, a swarm of books fly out of the living room and swarm one of the three of you. Let me just make a choice.
Oh dear.
That'll be Gertie. Gertie,
dear.
books fly around you, and the pages are snapping onto you. Does a 15 hit you?
Yeah.
You take, ouch, 8 points of damage as the books snap at you. That's almost max damage from the books. Old Georgie. Gertie just opened the door. You stepped inside and now Gertie is being swarmed by alive books.
You know what? Sometimes I wish I was just back in a pub with me cup of tea. Oh well. I would like to cast. It seems like Gertie's getting rather hurt quite a lot, so I'd like to cast Warding Bond.
Did you give Gertie a platinum ring?
Is this a component that I'm supposed to?
Yeah, you need a pair of platinum rings. That you can have 2 platinum rings with you that you suddenly gift to Gertie if you like.
I mean, you know, if that's not going to break the game or anything.
I'm fine with that as long as you have the conversation as you suddenly thrust a ring onto Gertie's finger.
Could this be like a robot rat moment? Where it's been there all along?
No. I want to see you have that
I
conversation.
don't see no rings on these fingers.
I don't mind you giving the ring now as part of casting the spell. But
Okay.
I'd like you to have the conversation because I enjoy it.
Good, great, yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. So Georgie's kind of got these rings out, which I meant. Oh,
You also have to be wearing the other one, just to add to the awkwardness.
yeah. I mean, it's all right. I'm no stranger to awkward wing wearing.
Wing wearing.
Wing
I'm
wearing.
only a stranger
Wow.
to saying it. Yeah, so Georgie's got these 2 platinum rings and is going to just quickly thrust one in the direction of Gertie. Put it on, go on.
I mean, it's not the first time, but it's hardly appropriate.
What? It'll help.
I promise you from past experience it won't.
Good. Done.
No, I'm not wearing it yet, Sean.
Oh, did you not put it on?
No!
Are you holding it? Who's got it? What's happening?
I'm holding it going, why are you trying to propose now?
It's to help you not die.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's how marriage works.
Chris, you're back in focus now, if that helps.
Yeah,
Stop fiddling.
I just put myself back in focus, yes. All right, I'm good. What? Put it on.
Finger, yeah. Okay, good. And I would like to cast a spell. Ward's a willing creature. I mean, that is questionable at this point, but let's carry on. A willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. You now have, while you're within 60 feet, +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, resistance to all damage. And whenever you take damage, I take the same.
It's hard and split between the two of you, which is nice.
Effect.
Sure.
Grand.
I think that's an action. So,
it is an action. So are we seeing more rat action?
I believe this might be me using my bonus action to command a... Am I going to have to use my rat to attack books? I suppose we are, aren't we?
Would you like to use your rat to attack books?
Am I the only person where rat's an idiom for something else?
Oh. Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's not.
What? I'm going to ignore that one.
Never mind, it's fine.
Yeah, so my rat jumps out of my pouch, somewhat on my shell.
Wait,
Come on.
your mechanical rat,
That's not making any better.
is it in the bag of holding?
I don't know. I'm trying to get in.
My rat.
Is it not just following you around?
Probably is, but I was trying to use strange euphemisms to try and work out
Okay,
what a rat
fine.
was.
I feel like trying to get the rat out of the bag of holding is a whole action in its own. So like,
That's
just
true.
follows me around.
Rat's been there the whole time.
So yeah, Steel Defender. I am going to command it with a bonus action. And
what's it going to do, Sean? What's it doing?
Force Empowered Ren.
You do know that tearing apart books is a sacrilege.
I'll mend them.
Okay.
It's all right. I don't think I hit with a 10.
Sadly, no. They're even the book the AC's book is slightly higher than that. Ogden, you've just stepped in the door. Gertie has been beset by bucks.
Oh no.
What fresh hell is this?
Dangers of region.
Oh, Georgie, books can't do jobs, can they?
No, unlikely.
Enjoy them. Right, I'm going to hit them. I'm going to club the foot.
You
Kick.
just asked if books can do jobs.
Yes. Just wanted to check before I didn't try to hire them.
Just to confirm, Ogden, if things can't do jobs, that's the line?
I thought this through. Oh no!
The Faewild's getting to you.
Ogden's suddenly quite right-wing.
God. That's a 22 and an 18.
They'll both hit.
If I wait, can you remind me? If I have extra attack, do I have to take something off of the damage for the second one?
No, extra attack. Extra attack, you just do both your attacks as normal, and then you can do a bonus action attack, which is your unarmed strike.
You get to add your
it's
modifier.
two-handed fighting where you have to do the second
Yeah,
one, is it?
yeah.
Which
Okay,
you
that's
don't
where you
have.
have to take it off. Right. Okay, so foot, bludgeoning damage for 9 points of damage.
Is that
Bludgeoning damage
total? Okay.
Yes. Oh, jeez. And then I will also kick them with my other foot.
Made the sound of it as well.
Which is a 19, which
Yeah,
I presume
it's-
also hits.
yeah.
because it's a
The
book.
copy of Mao's Little Red Book and Das Kapital go flying.
And that one was 9.
The books suddenly look a lot worse for wear. Your foot striking through them and your actual foot striking through them seem to be tearing a lot of pages out, and they're sort of fluttering to the floor.
You can fix them later, right, old Georgie?
Yeah. Yeah, you can rough them up.
Small piece of paper just saying the proletariat will rise above the state flutters to the floor.
We're not burning them, it's
Yeah.
Chris turns away from the fire spell they were considering.
Watching where?
In the kitchen, the small satyr statue that I previously described, made of metal,
Yeah, we noticed that. I wrote it down in my notes.
lifts up its arms, which are holding a small sword and a little shield,
See, that can do jobs, John.
and it sort of, I mean, it's still a satyr. It sort of merrily dances over towards Pip, and
He's Pip's plums.
No, not the plums!
That's all I wanted.
How big is the statuette? For visuals?
it's sort of dwarf-sized.
No.
It's
Sort of an Enoch.
So do you like this little statuette? Great. Dwarf-sized statue.
That's a mannequin. I mean, everything's bigger than me, but yeah.
In fact, it will do. Yes, it's going to swing out at you twice with its great sword.
It has a great sword.
That's pretty okay.
That's 25 to hit on the first one,
This statuette.
Statuette.
and then 17 on the second one. 25 and a 17.
Oh, 17, no, but 25, yes.
I was going to say, I think 25 would. You take 7 points of slashing damage, and then as the sword connects with you, you take another 1 point of lightning damage. Buzzing through you. And it will stand there as it stops attacking you. It will just stand there, suddenly, very still. Almost like it's a statue again. Gertie.
These books, yeah?
Yes.
Could I position myself so that they are... they're a swarm. Am I in the swarm?
Yes, they're currently in your space.
Can I position myself to move so that I am in a space adjacent to them? Because that wouldn't occur an attack opportunity because they only have 5 foot reach, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to move out.
I mean, they have 0 foot reach.
That means I can't move out of them without taking attack opportunity, yes?
Don't know the specific rule on that. I would say, I'm not sure what the difference will be between you moving out of them.
Okay.
Why are you trying to move out of them?
So I can use a gust of wind to blow them back into the office and shut the door.
I would say that you could blow the ones that are around you. If you move away, they will probably get an attack opportunity on you just because they're completely surrounding you.
But if I use a gust of wind from inside, I couldn't push them all.
No.
I feel emboldened. I've got a warding bond. I'm going to fly out to one side of them to try and catch them all in the gust of wind I'm going to cast, so I will accept an attack opportunity as I go.
Okay, that is an 18 to hit.
Hits, yes.
And that is 5 points of damage.
Cool.
So that is, you take 2 points each.
Hurt less. I look at Georgie. Does Georgie also have a crack across the face with Sense and Sensibility printed on it?
It's not Sense and Sensibility. The books that you're currently being attacked with look like all the arcane shit that you didn't bother with.
That I didn't bother with?
You're a druid. You didn't bother with any of that stuff. Maybe old Georgie did. Maybe Enoch did.
It felt really
but you
personal
didn't.
for a second. I have no idea why.
Yeah, really did.
You're a druid. You weren't like, oh, the arcane tomes, I must study them.
I learned my spells from the stars. Okay, right.
That's exactly what I said. Why are you arguing with me?
I'm going to fly out of this nightmare, and I'm going to cast Gust of Wind. Just my wings will flutter and then do a very sudden boom, and magically enhance. This Gust of Wind will blow out. I'm trying to push the swarm of books back into the office they came out of. Mm-hmm. Can they please make a strength saving throw?
Mm-hmm. I have rolled 17.
They are not pushed back 15 feet. Yep. That didn't work. So this Gust of Wind is still going, concentration, so I'm just going to... help! And I will, again, Magic Girl transform into a star. Into a star. This time I'm going to... I will have a... I will, again, it's slightly... The blue dots on my skin all glow slightly brightly, and it is the form of the dragon.
What's the form of the shape of the stars is the form of the dragon?
I don't have like a visible form of the dragon. It's just visually it's always the same. It's the spots on my skin glow. I'm just using form of the dragon just so Emma's aware.
What does form of the dragon do?
When I make an int or a whiz save or a con saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell, I can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10.
That is very nice.
In other words, unless something does a heck of a lot of damage to me, I can keep Gust of Wind up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grand. Pip.
Ooh, I've been attacked by a statue and I've been attacked by a stove.
Welcome to the Faewild.
How's your day going?
The stove is sort of belching out little bits of fire. The statue is standing there, greatsword in hand, looking statuesque.
Nice.
I've been waiting for about 3 years for Sean to shake his head at me like that.
Such a big moment.
That is true. When we first started playing with Emma, we did all say, Sean, you have to stop punning, otherwise Emma's going to really not enjoy playing with you. And now the tables have turned.
I have tasted my own medicine. It's bitter.
I will draw my longsword and I think I will give that statue a slashing.
Please do.
Ooh, that's 17 plus 24.
Yes, that hits.
Nice.
Amazing. Where's my 3 plus, 6 slashing.
6 slashing. Grand.
And as I do that, I'm not quite sure how he does it, but that sort of focuses in, and this is me doing unwavering mark. So if that statue attacks my dear friend Enoch, I get a bonus attack.
Great. Do you have second attack at this level?
I do.
Would you like to?
I would.
Imagine a close-up of your eyes just...
That would be a 15.
15 will not hit, I'm afraid.
What a statue.
Yeah, just this bounces off the metal. Enoch.
Okay, so in my mind, Enoch's just tripped through the doorway with that natural 1. How far is Enoch away from the Arga that's just belched the fire?
About 10 feet.
10 foot, okay. So what I'm going to do is crack my knuckles and trundle over to the Arga. And would it be considered armoured with metal?
Would it be considered armoured with metal? It is a construct, so I'm not entirely sure how that works. What would you like to do?
Well, the reason for why is Enoch would like to use shocking grasp. Shocking grasp.
I will take those Satsumas, thank you.
Plums. And, if it's against a creature that's wearing armor made of metal, the attack roll is done with advantage.
It is not a creature, so
that's fine.
It wouldn't. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I will roll to attack with shocking grasp. As Enoch's fingertips begin to just crackle with lightning energy, And he'll just place his hand directly down onto the Arga for a total of 20.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. This poor Arga will suffer 8 points of lightning damage.
Shocking an Arga.
It crackles through the stovetop.
And then as a bonus action, I would love to Misty Step back through the doorway from which I came.
Please do.
Enoch.
So
Enoch, as always, casts Nope.
Roll, I guess, a history or arcana check.
I will go for Arcana. Come on, dice. 13.
This sparks something in your brain. You've heard of people using security systems like this before. Magical people setting up security systems like this. There's usually a password.
I will use my free action then to shout out, there's a password to stop the security system. I don't know what it is. Just shout things.
Cucumber!
Pickles!
Faces!
As this happens, the stove is going to slam its door towards you, Pip. Would a 24 hit you?
Bam!
As it cracks me across the side of the face. Yes, it will.
Killed by an Arga.
That is 8 points of damage.
You're alright, Pip. I'm not there, but you're alright.
We'll never learn about other cultures now. This difficult conversation does not need to be had.
The swarm of books will re-swarm around Gertie again. I'm sorry, my D4 hates you.
I made you roll the strength save on my turn when it's supposed to be on your turn. It was my error. So
I've already rolled it. It's done. I rolled a 9 to hit you, so it's not gonna. The swarm of books flaps around you, sort of half-heartedly. Most of the pages are gone at this point, and they sort of flap around your skin, but nothing happens.
I think I'm trying to direct this tunnel of wind at them. Just This is wind and books. This is a terrible corridor.
Yeah. Oh, Georgie. The books look like they're on their very last legs. There's also the sounds of bad things happening in the kitchen.
Oh, my face!
Yeah, the bad things happening in the kitchen are what's kind of slightly more concerning me. So I think I'm going to be casting another spell. And this one is going to be a bout of heroism. I'm going to make Ogden bolder.
Isn't that also concentration?
Warding bond is not concentration.
You're
Not
kidding?
concentration.
Wow, that's cool.
I wasn't gonna. I was just gonna hit things, and then I was like,
warding bond would be terrible if it's concentration because you're taking damage all the time.
Well, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I'm going to cast a concentration spell just to prove how awesome warding bond is, and that's the sole purpose of this casting. So heroism. A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier. What is a +5?
Great.
And it's on every turn, isn't it? It gets the +5 back.
Yeah, at the start of each of its turns. So you have temporary hit points that keep renewing to 5.
So Ogden, if you lose hit points at the start of each turn, you regain 5 temp hit points. They don't stack though, so you wouldn't build them up. Grand.
So that is mon action. And then for my bonus action, I will compel Robert the Rat to do a force empowered rend.
Oh, I didn't see it coming.
It's almost as if he's only got one attack action.
Classic rat.
That is a dirty 20.
Yes, that is.
Array. Oh god, I should be on the dice. Oh yeah, it was my 1d8s, which I said last week I'd just put to one side so that I always had them to hand. And did I? No, I kept them on my tray like always. 5.
5. As Rodney swipes out.
It's Robert, not Rodney.
Sorry, I've got Rodney in my head now.
Robert the Robot Rat.
As Robert,
I can't forget it because it's my dad's name.
yeah, as Robert swipes out doing this force-empowered rend, which we've no idea what that looks like, at the books. They start to like fall, almost like rain, out of the air, and appear to be inanimate.
Am I the only person hearing a sort of a brief scream white out, an anime sword strike, and then suddenly everything's cut into pieces?
Just a rat on a 3-point landing post.
Are you staying where you are, old Georgie?
Oh, I suppose I could go places. I will. Yeah, you know what? I will investigate what's happening in the other place and hope that my shell and shield are proof against whatever horrific things I'm going to see.
You're heading into the kitchen. Cool.
Yeah, that is a long way of saying that.
Ogden, you feel brave.
I feel so brave. I'm like, I feel it, like, just in all my veins. I just feel the heroism and the bravery. I'm gonna. There was something happening in the kitchen. We'll follow old Georgie, but like, just like run heroically, and I'm gonna say, don't worry, I am coming, Ogden the hero, gonna save the day. And then I will also be writing a musical in my head while doing this combat, if that's all right.
That's fine.
I said no. No, you may not write your own musical.
No, Shamini, stop. Stop now.
It is the bravest.
I think Georgie repeats, which is probably his way of casting heroism, is just, go on, son.
I feel like you're still sort of running in slow motion, even though you don't need to.
Yeah. Everything is like theatre version. Like I kind of want my t-shirt to flap behind me in the wind, but it's not quite baggy enough. But I'm like, can I see anything in here? Like,
yeah. There's an oven which appears to be like just swinging a door out, which is just waxed.
Okay.
Pip on the face, and Pip is also standing in front of a statue, which he appears to be kind of blocking swords with.
It's just slightly confusing because like ovens are supposed to be in kitchens, and
to be fair, books are supposed to be on bookshelves.
Isn't moving.
So
yeah, I suppose I can see that it's moving by itself, right?
Yes.
Does it have like the oven door's like handle imprinted on its face?
Yeah. The oven is definitely moving.
The statue isn't.
The
So I'm like,
statue
that's fine.
out of turn is very still. Yeah.
Probably fine.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll be like, aha!
You're just Alan Partridge. Does that sensible?
I will really kick repeatedly the oven door, specifically. Okay, right.
I am a hero.
It is the tried and true method. If your appliances break, just kick them until they work again.
Because of maintenance, yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
Really doesn't work.
13 will not.
Okay, the 22 will.
22 will.
So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7.
And then the final kick will also hit. That's 24. I'm doing very well on damage today.
Yeah, 24 will also hit.
I'm hitting today, and that's another 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5.
And then I will also just be like, da 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 da. Surprisingly in tune for Ogden. Imagine that was like even more painful.
Slightly off key. Grand. Suddenly, the statue comes to life. It looks very incongruous because it's a statue of a very happy-looking satyr.
He's got a big awful
swinging a great sword.
Things with faces. Things with faces.
We have to remember, like, I forgot Enoch said we have to shout out that words.
The password
Cucumber was good. Cucumber was very good. Such a good suggestion.
One swing is going to go for Pip, one swing is going to go for Ogden.
Well, the most common password is password.
Password, one exclamation mark.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pip, that's a 23 to hit you.
Yep.
And Ogden, that is a 21 to hit you.
Try and guess Tessia's date of birth.
Do you want to use... Sean, do you want to use Robert's disadvantage?
Yes, thank you for the reminder. So I was enjoying the combat, and you reminded me I'm actually playing in it. Yes, please. Deflect attack.
On who?
Oh, nuts.
Roll a dice if you're...
Yeah.
Isn't it onto Robert?
No. It just it imposes disadvantage.
I rolled the dice and I forgot to assign anyone anything. Up to 10, Ogden. Yeah, it's Ogden. Sorry, Pip.
It's gonna die.
That's right within the theatre.
Wait, how is Pip looking though? Just
Not good.
like okay.
It's all right.
That means that the attack on Ogden misses because that's an 8.
Oh, and there goes my unwavering mark.
What's that?
Do you want to rework that slightly? I'm fine if you want to for like the benefit of the party.
What's an unwavering mark?
So that's the thing. So if you get hit, someone else, it has to fight me. If it hits someone else, I get a bonus attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Well,
But that's the thing. So old Georgie doesn't know that. He hasn't been there. He hasn't seen it.
that.
You know, that makes for
What's the?
RP.
Can you read me the wording on unwavering mark?
Sure. When you hit with a melee attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn, or if you're incapacitated or you die or someone else marks the creature. While it's within 5 feet of you, a marked creature has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you. There you go. If the marked creature deals damage to anyone else, you can make a special melee attack against it on your next turn as a bonus action with advantage. So that was disadvantage
So
on
it already-
Ogden, anyway.
It already
Yes.
had disadvantage on Ogden, so
that's fine.
Sean,
That's right,
do you want to give disadvantage on Pip?
yeah.
Because
you
that
should do that.
makes the most
That
sense.
makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah, if that's okay. And
That's fine.
Yeah, we can.
We're still working out things in the party.
it's all
afraid that's still a 20 to hit Pip. Sorry.
I'm fine.
I'm not fine.
I'm not fine.
That is 14 points of damage.
How bad you looking?
Still up?
Very bad.
No, I got you. Got you, boo.
Gertie, it is your turn.
Cool. I will, now that the books are on the floor, I'm just going to this is not an action. Just going to fly down and stamp on them a little bit.
It's fun. It's fun.
Books.
I'll just remind you all that the lounge is there. You haven't been in there yet.
I don't want to
Attack us. If
Yeah, exactly. I hear shouting and fighting, so I'm going to fly into the room ahead. The gust of wind is still going because it's concentration, so I'm going to use a bonus action to fly down behind Pip and cure wounds on Pip.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sort of, because it's where I decide to point it, and try and point the gust of wind at the statue to blow it away.
Okay.
Because I reckon the statue will probably be easier to blow away than an Arga. I don't know why that's the case, but that is my gut instinct.
It is against the wall, so
Yeah.
it blow to the wall, presumably.
I could try and... I think, okay, the gust disperses gas or vapor and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the
It's not
area.
unprotected. It's within a stove.
Could I open the stove and blow it inside?
in the face.
It wouldn't count because it's magical fire.
That's
It's
fine.
not.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
just
fine.
blow it
I'm
out.
really just checking, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Then in which case I
Buckets
will...
on it.
I will direct the gust of wind at the statue, trying to blow it away from everybody and sort of get it out of the way. The statue makes a strength saving throw on its turn.
Yeah.
So that was my error last time. In the meantime, I will cure
Thank you.
Pip for 13 points of damage.
Very nice. Thank you. Very nice.
You are surrounded by the glowing light of the stars.
The glowing slight of the stars.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It sounds like it's in reverse, like it's a cartoon. You're just seeing these stars around you, but that's actually a good thing.
That's the thing. The stars are in the head, and then they're all sort of like align. And
There is a
feels-
bizarre cartoonish vibe to Gertie when doing this, like almost like a Powerpuff Girl.
Pip, it is your turn.
Alright. We all knew it was going to end like this. Okay.
Killed by something that
attack.
can't do jobs.
Did you manage to blow the statue back?
It's on its turn, so
on its
it's
turn.
currently surrounded by a cone of wind, but it's not doing anything to it yet because rules.
I think I'll just sort of stab in and try and get it in the wind. No, that's 10.
I'm afraid not.
Nope. Then I guess I'll try and attack on the Arga.
Sure.
No, it is a natural 20, so
That will
26.
Stab that
natural 20 will definitely hit.
Hooray.
So yeah, double your.
Everything's looking up. Okay, so that's
I need a good oven pun.
16 with
16.
the double. Yeah.
Cool.
Can't think of a good oven pun.
The oven is starting to look a bit worse for wear. Like you started to like dint the top. One of the hobs is like on the wonk.
No.
That's just it's not.
Damaging the property now.
Hobble that hob. That's a good pun.
It's all right.
Any bonus actions, Pip?
Well, let's see. So the unwavering mark didn't hit because no one else got hit. I'm going to say no and probably regret it later.
It's fine. Enoch, you are outside watching this chaos.
Oh gosh, right, okay, same again.
Tessia!
I will make my way up to the Arga, cast Shocking Grasp.
Tessia loves the Faewild one!
Please switch off.
25 to hit.
25 will hit, yeah.
That is 5 points of lightning damage.
Thank you.
And then as a bonus action, I will Misty Step, but I'm going to Misty Step into the hallway where they were before and see if I can... You know when people often put the security code on the wall next to the beeper? if there's any kind of password written down on any wall somewhere that might prevent the security system from being active.
Roll an investigation check on the hall.
You do know the other place that people put their passwords? On a post-it on the fridge. / cool box full of plums.
Plums!
Natural 20.
You don't see anything in the hall. However, something in the lounge catches your eye, which is a portrait, which has a little engraving on it. You're too far away at the moment to see what it is, but it's
I'm just
there.
peeking around the door. Okay. Oh, good. That's fine. I think I've used all my movement, so I'll stay where I am, hoping to locate a password next turn.
Was it not plums? What a shame.
If it was, I've shouted plums so many times that we shouldn't be having this combat.
The stove. Right. Could the three of you who are in the kitchen please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh.
Gertie, you're there as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to blow the thing away.
Just 2.
Plus 1 for Gertie, though, because of warding bond.
Yeah, that's going to help.
Did you say a 2, Pip?
22.
Oh, thank God.
16.
Well, it's been a fun 2 episodes.
Ogden?
16.
16.
16 for me too.
Georgie?
19.
Grand. You all take half damage.
I mean, I take a quarter damage.
Why do you take a quarter damage?
Because of
I take
warding bond.
3/4 damage.
Oh, yes. Right, okay.
Thanks, Sean.
Full damage is 27, so those of you who take half damage is 13. Quarter damage
6.
is 6. Sean, you're taking 19.
Thank you. You could see it in my
Glad
face.
you knocked out the kitchen.
That was all the cure wounds. Just
Oh well.
I can cast more.
it's just funny that it went, literally that amount. So I'm like, I'm healed. I'm not healed.
Oh, Georgie, it is your turn.
Cool. So yeah, still concentrating on heroism.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me magic.
Did you roll your saving throw?
Concentration save? No, it did not.
What's the point? Actually, no, I don't.
So, sorry.
Sorry.
What do I have to beat?
10.
Oh, well, that's a 17 on the dice plus numbers.
You could roll if you want me to,
+8.
but I technically can't fail it because it was under 10 damage.
Did you take any damage?
I took 6 damage, but that means I have to roll a 10 on a con save but I automatically roll a 10 on a con save with this form active.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, cool. I won't bother.
So yeah, I think I'm going to Ramona Flowers the sledgehammer out of my bag of holding again, and just I'm going to take it to this Argo. I'm going to try. I don't want it to not work anymore. I'm just going to smash its legs in. I suppose that means
Yes, its ability to work is its primary purpose. You're correct, Sean. You and Ogden have learned well from your time in the city proletariat.
We determined that I add my int to this, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes, your function is your purpose.
23.
23 will hit, yes.
Yay. Single-handed, though, because I have a shield. Oh, but that's max damage on the dice. 9. No. Is that plus my... No, it's plus my imp mod again.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
13.
13. As you knock out one of the legs, it collapses to the floor, and it looks like you've cut off the whatever was giving it the power to create flames.
The gas mains? Is this room filling with gas now? Is that what you're saying?
No, whatever magical power was giving it fire.
Is this room filled with magical firepower?
It slowly sputters and stops.
Cool. And I did see the statue move, didn't I?
Yes.
Because I have multi-attack, I will throw one attack its way. Oh, that is a 22.
Yes, that will hit.
I will roll a... Oh, rolling well today. 12 on that one.
Yes, it is. You've made small dents in it.
Oh, I might use my bonus action to instruct my robotic friend.
What's he going to do?
To force empowered rend.
Right, good.
Please.
Oh, they only got 14 there.
No, that won't hit. Ogden.
Ogden has been narrating his musical. And Ogden, he loved the sausages. He loved them. And then the oven wouldn't make sausages. And so Ogden it's already did the oven. The statue was also the enemy of the sausages! I'm going to hit it 3 times because I'm a monk and I'm getting the sense that is mostly what monks do.
I mean, you can also hit it 4 times if you want, but, you know, it's up to you.
You can use your key points to cast magics as well.
Would you like it to be dark again?
I mean, it wouldn't help any of us.
But it would be fun. That was a 23 on the first hit.
23 will hit.
19 on the second.
19 will not, I'm afraid.
Okay. Gosh.
Please.
Yes, quite. That's a 7 bludgeoning damage with the mannequin feet. And then with my foot, that's a 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Really well today.
You're rolling really well.
But that's only 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Yes, good.
It's the monk's lot.
It is
small damage.
Yes, it is slowly getting slightly more dented. Right, on its turn, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Correct, yes. Come on.
That's a 12.
It is blown 15 feet away. I will let you decide what that means.
I'm going to say that it blows straight into the broken Arga. Like, it's not like, you know, Hansel and Gretel into the oven, the door slams, which, like, no, it's just that it's pressed against the Arga.
It doesn't take any damage from this. It just flies across the room, away from Pip and away from me.
Okay.
So it's out of melee with Pip, who looks bad. It's out of melee with me because I don't want to be in melee.
It's going to choose which one of you it's going to attack next. Ogden. It is going to make a ranged spell attack at you.
Oh.
Is anyone...
Oh, I don't know if... Can I do it on...
What does it say?
Just imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature.
That's fine. It is an attack roll, so I'll roll it with disadvantage. That is a 12 to hit. And it will do it again.
But attacking from range, it's got a range spell attack.
Yeah,
What's the range spell attack?
that's a 19 to hit.
With disadvantage?
Can't do it twice.
Oh, you can't do it twice.
A spark of lightning shoots out of the shield that it's holding up and hits you. And you take 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Gertie.
It's got a ranged thing. The Gust of Wind is pointless. I will drop the Gust of Wind. Pip, how bad are you looking still?
Very.
Still very bad.
Yeah.
Great.
As I said, you did cure wounds, that was it. And then all the cure wounds to the point went away.
Nope. In which case, the best defense is a good offense. I will shift my staff form into the archer form. There is no visual difference. It's just just the changes. And
You don't suddenly grow a bow.
No. It's all still. And I start just firing guiding bolts and ranged spell attack, radiant strikes wildly across the room. I will try not to hit any of my allies.
Nice.
Probably for the best, really.
That's just what you get as I max pain through the room, basically. Cool. So we have a guiding bolt first. One of my freebies. It's an 11.
11 won't hit, I'm afraid.
Stars blow up half the room. And then we have the radiant...
You break some of the novelty teapots.
Fine. And then the radiant attack from the archer. Sorry, it's under actions. Still learning. It's a nat 1.
Oh.
I'm not going to say you hit any of your allies because I hate that, but you sort of, it goes off too close to your face and you feel a bit like you've stunned by how bright it is. You're not actually stunned, but you're like, oh, that was a bit too close.
If you're right for you to narrate it this way, I mean, you're
No, I have narrated it. It just happened.
I fly across the room, and just fly off a bit too wildly and fly into a wall. I'm not taking damage. Just go flying off, doing absolutely nothing. That's what happens there.
Gertie just went a bit wild.
I assume Enoch just heard a little thud to the left.
You probably just about hear suppressing fire underneath, but that's it.
Pip. Gertie seems to be having problems.
It's not been a good day.
It's not very good. Oh, back for the days when we were just eating sausages. Such simpler times. I kind of square myself up, get my sword, and then look at the party and go, when I don't make it back, make sure she gets home, okay? And advance towards the statue. Very accept. It's like, yeah, as the prophecy foretold, killed by a statue. Slap. First attack.
Just like the one that
It's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I mean, there's more than one statue in this campaign, Tom. Also, this is the first I've heard of this prophecy.
Look, there are many prophecies about Pip, and in every single one he dies at the end, killed by whatever. In the last one it is by things that work, so it's fine.
I think there was like a traveling, basically fortune teller who would then pay for things by going, I'll tell you how you die. And then just like, you would die by statue, you would die by drowning, you would die by falling, you would drown by rat.
You will drown by rat. I mean, it's not discounted.
Must have been slightly concerned when Robert suddenly turned up in this adventure.
Sudden, nothing sudden.
Also,
always there.
To my sort of slightly confused mind, kind of a statue. You know,
Oh no!
Just like the one that
okay, that was.
Now we've just got to get you falling off a cliff underwater. That's...
Look, if he falls off a cliff into water with Robert landing on top of him, it's all fine.
If we don't tell you any other way, that's what's going to happen to me at the end of the campaign.
Let's make the prophecy.
That's 10,
So it was
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You are chipping away at the statue. It still looks fine, but you're doing good.
I'll do my second attack. No, that doesn't hit. That's a 9.
No, I'm afraid not. Bounces off the shield.
I'm an idiot. I have pack tactics. I could have robbed both.
Done now. Over.
Yeah.
We narrated it. You have to remember it on your turn. Enoch.
Before you move on,
yes.
I think I will use my second wind.
Yes,
Because
please
if
do.
not now, when? That's not great. That's only 7. Oof.
Every bit of health is health.
Yeah.
Enoch.
Okay, so I'm standing upon the threshold of the lounge. And how far away from me is did you say portrait with a little something on the bottom?
Yeah, it's not very far away. It's probably like just across the room, so like 15 feet across the room. It's just that like you can't read what's on the plaque from across the room. So.
Okay. And is there anything else within this room that looks like it could animate and try and kill me?
There are some tapestries on the walls that you might want to stay away from. Being a wizard, you'd be aware of, rugs that come to life and smother you. You'd come across those before. But aside from that, nothing looks suspicious.
Okay.
To the like untrained.
Untrained, darling?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, in that case, trusty Misty step across 15 foot to said plaque, and hoping that there's some useful information on there. If not, this is a waste of time. But I'm gonna Misty step across to the plaque.
Sure. As you misstep across the plaque, you can see the portrait more clearly now. It's a portrait of two satyrs. You can fairly assume that one of them's probably Tessia. I mean, it is her house. They're both wearing wedding dresses. And they both look very happy. And the little plaque on the bottom says, "Love shines eternal."
I will just say that out loud in hope that something happens.
In the kitchen, the statue continues to look exactly like a statue.
And I will walk out of the lounge and hope that tapestries don't try and get me.
Nothing happens. While you're in here, this is a combined living room and study, so there's lots of walls of books. You could have a closer look at the books if you wanted to. There's a sort of rack of shields, which is a bit unusual, and there is a desk which has lots of different piles of paper on it, but you can always walk out of the room and come back later.
I think I might do that and just check on the rest of the party. I'll step into the corridor that leads onto the kitchen and say, "Has it stopped yet? I said the magic word." It's doing exactly the same thing it's always been doing, which is standing still. So it worked.
The statue's a liar, don't trust it.
Old Georgie, it is your turn next. What would you like to do?
I mean, I don't know that it's not going to just keep going, so I'm going to hit it with my hammer.
Please do.
20, 30.
I'm afraid 20 won't hit.
Fine. Well, will a natural one?
Your hammer swings over the top of the armour. You slightly misjudged the height.
Okay, I will instruct my construct to perform a force empowered rend. But that's only going to be a 17, so it doesn't hit.
That won't hit either. But you're standing there ready, just in case. Ogden.
The evil statue was no match for Ogden, the mighty. Oh wait, do I get 5 temporary hit points?
Yes.
Get them back.
Thanks. And then I'm like, foot number 1 does not hit. Oh no, that's 14. Foot number 2 definitely does not hit. That was a natural 1. This is all going wrong today. Kick it in the crotch.
Oh, you're just surrounding it, just.
I mean, technically, they're all landing. Just nothing seems to be happening. Yeah, it's just metal.
Oh no! Oh no!
After a while, it doesn't move.
Still stood there, beaten up.
I get up, just keep firing guiding bolts and radiant light bolts at it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to destroy the statue.
Oh no!
You can
forever.
You can take some time to over time destroy the statue, but it's definitely not moving. So if other people want to do other things that isn't just destroying the statue,
No, I'm not going to spend all the time. I'm just going to fire at it and just keep hitting it with things. And if nothing happens, just
defeat it.
Sometimes you find that words are more mighty than legs that you carry around with you often.
The mighty Enoch! And then the mighty Enoch came, and they were mighty fight you with words.
I think I turn and look at Enoch, and this is the face that you get. Like it's just slightly wired and like.
I think once things stopped attacking and looking like they needed to be destroyed, Geordie's probably going to go around and start fixing up some of the damage. So like some of these broken teapots is just going to be using mending and.
Very nice. Yes.
I'm going to go over to Pip and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. Then I'm going to collapse in a heap on the floor.
Okay. And anyone else?
There was a lounge or study area, I suppose. Which
Worry, I'll get it.
17 hit points.
I'm going to charge into the lounge study area.
that's a lot of gusto. I
Heroically.
commend you.
Very heroically, with my
Very
feet.
heroic.
Going, words, feet, I'll hit you.
Well, Ogden, you've defeated the room. Thank you so much.
It's a good spell, that actually. It ended a couple of minutes ago, but the placebo hero is
The true power was within him the entire time.
Why are we all humouring Ogden?
Just gonna have a little sit down.
Oh, I think I'm
I'm
probably like lying flat on the floor with a kind of like sort of post-rage like just high-pitched
Do you
whining.
want a plum?
Yeah, I'd love a plum.
We're having post-battle plums.
They're very nice.
It was a nice plum.
You might accidentally eat all of them.
It's gonna happen.
Is anybody investigating the study lounge area?
No, I'm eating plums.
I'm investigating it so enthusiastically.
Enoch, you already rolled an actual 20, so I will just let that carry. Because in the heat of battle, you've already been in this room.
Yeah, but
Plus, I do have a very enthusiastic Ogden with a.
Yes. Between the two of you are going to turn over everything in this room.
I have rolled a natural 1, so I am just hitting things occasionally. It's investigation. Okay, so
Well, I'll smash that. Okay. Thank you, Ogden. I think they might need you in the kitchen. You've done so well. Thank you.
the kitchen will be defeated!
I hate to say it, but the parent in me is watching this with a kind of Like it's just well done. Now go and defeat the kitchen.
You might need to smash some things in the kitchen. I also think as Ogden comes in, just sort of underarm throw him a plum, see if you can catch that.
Can I catch it?
Roll
missile thing.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
I'm just
Use
going
for a
to...
reaction.
Deflect missiles.
Yeah.
No, it just
roll
reduces
a
the
d10
damage.
plus your, yeah.
I don't know, but I can use your reaction to catch.
You can definitely catch it.
So I just can.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm holding a leg. I drop the leg. I catch the plum. I'm like, put on my mouth. I got the leg. Oh.
In the lounge, as you're having a look around, and Ogden has knocked some things, so you're taking your time, moving things. The books, what would you look at first? There's a kind of a little bit of a weapons rack, there's the desk, and then there are the bookcases. Where kind of would you direct your attention first?
I think the desk initially, then the bookcases, then the weapons. Weapons aren't really Enoch's bag.
So, on the desk, there are lots of random notes. They're on, like, scraps of paper, some of them are on napkins. They're very scattered. You could take some time piecing them together, but they're on like a casual glance as you're scouting around the room. They're kind of like, they look a bit random. In the drawers of the desk, you find a spellbook.
I like those.
Having a closer look at the spellbook, it is specifically a spellbook for enchanters, which is odd because when you get further into the room and look at the books, these books look like the books that belong to a wizard who's interested in transmutation.
It's Caleb's study.
Yes, that's the magic item. It's called the Heartweaver's Primer. Also in the desk, you find some small beads.
No, bad.
When you decide when you decide who you're going to distribute them to, I'll get that person to roll and decide how many of them there are.
Oh god.
Those are beads of force to help the party choose who those are helped with. And there is a small ring which you would recognise. You'll have seen them around on other wizards as a ring of protection.
Right, quite the stash. I like finding things. This is good. Right.
On the shelves, there are lots of tomes on like different types of transmutation magic, how to use transmutation to your advantage, different ways of transmutation magic interacts with the Faewild. Basically, if you spend some time here, you could find out a lot more about transmutation than you know. There is also a small pot which looks like the thing a child would use to make bubbles, but looking at it with a wizard's eye, you can see that this is definitely magical. You're not entirely sure what it is, though.
Okay.
And
right,
and when you finally move on to the weapons rack, there is one shield which looks like it is magical. Just for reference, for when you're dividing up the magic items, the magical bubble wand is Galda's pipe, and the shield is the pariah's shield.
Nice.
I do have identifiers, so I probably would take the time to sit down with each of these items I believe are magical and have a look at each. And I will call the others through to see what I found. I will let everyone know. Right. On the shelves, you will see a multitude of books which refer to transmutation, and it's a big but. In the desk, there is a different term, more my thing, enchantments. Seems a bit odd, more personal to the person. There's some strange little writings on the table. I've not really looked at those yet, but thought you might want to know. So yes, we've got this, and I'll go through the magical items that I do have with everybody.
Is there a chaise longue or sofa in this room?
Yeah, there's a couple of nice squishy sofas. It looks like the room has been designed with like one area which is designed for working and one area which is designed for comfort.
We're gonna do my flying sort of very low sort of bzzz, like a tired bee, and then just sort of like face plant into a sofa, just collapse into it. I'm very tired.
Would you like me to go through what these magic items do to help you choose?
Yes.
Let me just pull them up so that I can tell you appropriately. Right.
There's a book on enchantment that has my name written all over it, obviously.
I mean, okay. The book, the spell book is for Enoch. I'm just gonna go straight in. That one is determined. All right. Beads of Force. You use an action to throw a bead of force up to 60 feet. It explodes on impact, and every creature within 10-foot radius must succeed on a dex saving throw, or it takes force damage, and then it gets enclosed in a sphere of transparent force. You can then push the sphere or do other things, but they're basically trapped.
In the past, in Roll Together games or in Adventures Wanted games, they've been kicked like footballs.
Correct. So that's Beads of Force. The Pariah's Shield lets you. It's a plus shield. It depends on how many of your allies are within range, and also it lets you use a reaction to take damage for other people in the party. What else did I put out there? A Ring of Protection. Sorry for the typing. Come on, dear Beyond.
So +1 to AC and all saving throws, isn't it?
Yes, I believe that is the case. Yeah, +1 bonus to AC and saving throws whilst wearing it. And the, I think it's Galda's pipe. Hang on. Oh no, I just typed in magical bubble wand in my notes, which was an error. It's for Chris. I'm sorry. It's that one is designed for Gertie.
I'm Googling it.
I feel like Pip would have benefited from that though.
Just throwing bubbles.
Joy in Pip's life.
Here we go. I was spelling Gelda wrong. It has 3 charges. You can use it to cast Fog Cloud, to cast Misty Step, or to summon a Steam Effort. But yes,
perfect.
it's a bubble wand.
Thank you.
The rest you can decide amongst yourselves what you want to take.
How many beads of force were there?
Once you've decided who's going to take them, I'll get that person to roll. You get a D4 +4. So at least 5.
Well, I feel like perhaps either Ogden or Georgie might find a good use for these beads of force, unless anyone else would prefer to have them.
I'm well into it because I don't have any ranged attacks, so that's at least something ranged.
That's good.
I guess my thought was maybe the shield might need to be for me because of how beaten up Pip seems to keep getting. Equally, if you think you might want a shield, I do have me bush.
I mean, you can't keep fighting with a bush, my friend. I think Pip's all down on one knee going, it's a good shield, but no. Sort of crumbed on the shoulder going, yeah, for you. Again, that's sort of both the nods, that kind of game game recognizes game. Stop fighting with a piece of scenery. Yeah,
replace at least one of your bush in your rat.
In that case, you can all... I'll send you the names of them. You can add them to your sheets. Tom, you take the Ring of Protection.
Already done.
And Chamonix, roll a d4.
2.
You get 6 beads of force.
Nice.
To use carnage. As you will.
You've given Chamonix carnage again. That is what has happened.
I love beads of force. I put them in because they're fun.
It was certainly fun last time.
Would you like to have a look at the desk?
Yes,
no, I'm face planted in the sofa. I'm sorry. I am very low.
As you start pulling these notes together and having a look at them, they're kind of random notes. They do seem to have things on them. So one says Acorn B&B, family linked statue, suspicious. One says Ethel, why all the faces? Does she not have friends? One says
with her.
AA, how are they still getting tomatoes? One appears to be...
What's going on?
As you start to look at these more closely, it does appear like there's some sort... Tessie was doing some sort of investigation, and these are her notes.
Are there red lines connecting them?
No, they're just random notes. She's not very good at making notes. One appears to be a shopping list. It says Scarecrow, 1 sack, pumpkin, a fake crow. Needs to be ready for the parade. Another one says, why have the Darklings begun to patrol my fields? And the final one is just a sketch of a mushroom, which has been drawn onto a pink piece of paper.
What was the first one?
It said Acorn B&B, family linked statue, suspicious.
I will come over, but I'm going to be quite sort of what have we found?
Gertie, we have found lots of bits of paper, which are very interesting, and the reason for that is that they are clearly writings of a mad person, but most importantly, the thing that stands out to Enoch is that AA, how are they still getting tomatoes? Does AA refer to awesome apples? Could it?
No, it's Alcoholics Anonymous.
It would be fair to draw that assumption, yes.
Okay.
You did
roadside assistance.
You did note their apples, tomatoes as you walked past.
Mm-hmm. Tomatoes aren't apples.
Well, they're sort of apples. So ground apples.
No, potatoes are ground apples.
The most immediate threat, though, out of all of the notes that I've seen, refer to the Darklings patrolling the fields. Now, we've already experienced some of these Darklings. I believe, Pip, you are quite acquainted with them. I don't know if that means outside. That seems like quite a threat. And if the person we're trying to find isn't here, perhaps they went to the field to find things in the field and got.
I'm going to suddenly fly very quickly to a window and just up against it again, looking out, desperately looking to see what's going on.
But didn't they say the Darklings, the thing that was weird wasn't the presence of Darklings at all, but the fact that they were patrolling the fields?
I believe it said, why have the dark... I can't remember.
Why have the Darklings begun to patrol my fields? Roll perception check.
There's a nat 1, which is fitting.
It looks like fields. It's hard to tell where the emphasis is on why have the Darklings begun to patrol my fields from a written note.
So
why have the Darklings
stuff that's gone over and over and over again? Why? Yes.
Why?
We have the dark rooms.
My fields.
And the drawing of the mushroom, does that look similar to the mushrooms that we've seen previously?
It does, yes.
It appears this person, Tessia, was experiencing some of the same things that we've been experiencing. Not sure what it means about the acorn B&B. That's a bit of a red herring.
Wasn't the B&B
statue?
Was there?
Corn and bread.
Isn't that the bakery?
Bakery, but the acorn is like the name of the family who run the bakery. Maybe.
Oh, hang on. Is there a B&B in town?
There's an A&A. It makes sense there might be a B&B and a C&C. Oh, wait, there's something cucumber. I know, it was smiley, happy people.
The cursed cucumbers, yes. That's it.
The cucumbers that may all be the reincarnated spirit of Ethel's husband, yeah?
Poor Harry, yeah.
If that hasn't a plot point, then it's the most wonderful red herring.
We could be her friends.
Yeah, that note was quite pointed. I'm just going to say it. I know we're all thinking it. I'm going to say it out loud. That note was quite rude.
I don't think she likes us at the moment, but I suppose we could make an
No,
effort.
we're not allowed to talk to her. I forgot to tell you. We are not allowed to talk to Ethel at all
Like in a weird way?
for 46 hours.
That's very specific.
So we can be her friend after that.
Right?
Okay.
This reminds me of the shopping list: a scarecrow, a sack, a bird.
Scarecrow, one sack, pumpkin, fake crow, needs to be ready for the parade.
The parade. There's a parade, everyone. There is a parade. I wonder if they need.
Parade.
I wonder if they need a bit of pizzazz.
You'd be good at that. You know?
I would. Yes, I would. I love a parade.
Okay, so Tessia's not here.
Also, what happened to Tessia's partner in the picture? Because no one mentioned that.
Is there a name on the plaque next to Tessia? No names.
Do two people live here, or one person, do you think?
I'll go fly upstairs.
Follow.
How many toothbrushes?
Roll an investigation check. Whoever is investigating upstairs.
Do you want to roll it? Shall I?
You can roll it. Because I just rolled a 1. Again. Really not my day.
That was a 22.
Gertie flies upstairs and is suddenly distracted by everything.
Gertie's exhausted, so there's right.
Old Georgie, you're looking carefully at what's here. In the wardrobe, there does only appear to be one set of clothes hanging up, one fashion of clothes. And you're quite used to different people's styles working in the theatre. You're used to seeing what people wear, costuming, choosing different styles of people. You're pretty certain it's only one person's outfits here. Only one side of the bed appears to have been slept in. There is no one up here. It's empty. There's a book on one nightstand, but not on the other.
What's the book?
It's a trashy novel.
Does it look good? Are there pictures?
I guess roll a taste check.
Feel the book.
Feels like an art history check. Oh, it's not going to be good. It's like a 5 on the dice.
To you, this looks amazing.
So it does have pictures.
The cover is very enticing.
Thievery.
Technically, we've thieveried the things that we now have.
We've thieveried a lot, yeah.
Speaking of, Enoch, do you want a plum?
Yes, I will take a plum. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You do look after me, and it's the same colour as me, so that's kind of weird, but thank you all the same.
I'll say to Gertie, who's obviously, probably found the side of the bed and then just didn't get any further than that.
I think I probably collapsed in that side of the bed.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think, for one thing, all these clothes, look like they'd fit the same person. One, there's visual clues. And I did just think as well, why would they send us here looking just for Tessia if actually, it was two people?
I know I rolled a nat 1, but can I have a sort of moment flash of insight? This bed is big enough for 2 people?
Yeah, the bed's big enough for 2.
This bed's big enough for 2.
I mean, for people your size, it's big enough for 4.
4 if... no, it's more than that for my size. The whole family could sleep in this bed. And then some.
Let's put a pin in that.
In the bed? Cruel.
The whole family in a bed thing. We'll come back to that at an appropriate time.
Is that not what you do?
I mean, I'm an orphan, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Happened a long time ago. It's well, every time that I mention this,
it just got suddenly deep, that was all.
High stakes conversations,
and the theatre's me family, and I think I'd only fit, probably myself and Ogden in this bed.
I mean, if you put Ogden in this bed, no one else would fit in this bed.
I mean, I imagine he'd kind of stick his legs out the end rather than form some sort of selfish L shape.
The selfish L is the name of the trashy novel.
You got a point there, Georgie. Are there any other rooms on this floor?
No, it's a large bedroom and then there's a bathroom.
Are there 2 toothbrushes in the bathroom?
There are, but one looks quite old.
Ah! There was someone else living here, but it's old. So she left.
That is fishy.
Why wouldn't you have taken a toothbrush, though? Maybe she's dead.
I mean, you're supposed to chuck them out after 6 months anyway, aren't you? So,
yeah. I reckon she's dead and the toothbrush is sentimental.
What? You said that the two people in the wedding photo were the satyrs, didn't you?
Yeah.
She got turned into a statue.
Her soul now inhabits an oven.
I mean, it's better than a pickle, isn't it?
We put her in a book. She loved books.
Oh dear. I mean, maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way around. Maybe the partner is the one what instigated the whole looking for Tessia thing, rather than being a part of the mystery.
Good point.
Shall we have this conversation down where it might be more than just our points of view?
Meeting biscuits.
I will take the second toothbrush.
The pantry is very well stocked, Pip. There's lots of dry goods.
I will fly downstairs and hold the toothbrush up and go, aha! Proof!
Good dental hygiene.
No, there were 2. This one's old. So the other one's gone. Whoever she is gone.
She probably died, and that's sentimental value.
That's what I said.
Nice detectives.
Is there any more tea?
Are there any more plums?
Yeah. There you go.
I haven't had a plum.
Oh my goodness! I hand over the one I was getting. I'm terribly sorry. I forgot. Not that I forgot. I've been hit in the head a lot today. It's been a.
Oh, in the head. Oh, I heard something different.
You still feeling a bit groggy, are you?
I'm not feeling my best. No.
I'm also pretty exhausted. It must be said.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm holding a toothbrush.
I will cast a level 1 Cure Wounds on Pip.
Well, thanks.
And then I'll do the same to me because I realise I've been taking quite a lot of warding bond damage today.
I have a proposal. Speaking of which, Georgie, here's your ring back. I have a proposal.
Go on.
There's a lot of notes and things to look into. And I reckon we're going to need to look into most of them to find out where Tessia's gone.
Yes, that shopping list especially is very suspicious.
That was 11 points of healing for Pip.
I could do with a lie down for a bit. Should we bed down here for a bit and then start looking into all these clues?
I think that's a smashing idea. In fact, if we find a place where we're most comfortable, I can create, I call it Enoch's tiny hut. And it just goes around the area and it makes sure that no one can come in. If there are stray darklings scattered amongst the fields, they won't be able to get in while we're sleeping.
Does tiny hut... Sorry.
Why don't you just close the door?
We could do that, but then they could open them, which would be troublesome.
Well, does your tiny hut have doors too?
You can go in, you can go out. I must stay in it, but that's fine.
What sort of tiny hut is this?
I will begin to prepare Enoch's tiny hut, which forms a dome. I'm assuming we're happy in this room because that's where it's going to be. And I will make this dome appear in the space. You'll see from the... Hello?
Why is it called a tiny hut when it's clearly a dome?
Well, I think the people who wrote this spell initially... they were wizards of a coast somewhere, and they specified that it was a hut, and then they changed their minds, I think.
Oh, I see, so it's an addition problem, gotcha.
Correct. So from the outside, you'll see it's transparent. Is that where you can't see from? That's where you can see through
Opaque.
it.
It's opaque.
Thank you. It's opaque from the outside, and we'll go with purple. But from the inside,
Solid
we can
choice.
see out, and it's quite an ambient temperature on the inside as well. So please feel free to go in, go out. You can just wander through. I'll stay here.
I'm going to fly upstairs and get all the duvets and bed sheets and just all of them and just bring them all down and just sort of throw them on the floor willy-nilly.
One of these... Oh, sorry, Shamini.
Ogden's going to sort of make a sort of L shape for some reason.
Ogden, that's very selfish!
One of the sofas has probably been caught in this if someone wants to, like, kip on the sofa.
Oh, we're still in the lounge?
Over the bed,
Not
really.
the kitchen.
That would have been ideal.
In,
Move the
in the
sofa
lounge,
into
I
the kitchen.
think.
Yeah.
Lounge, I think.
Hey, we're all resting in this room. I'm pushing a sofa into the other room.
And then, with you just beginning your long rest, that is where we will have to end for this evening.
Specifically phrased, doesn't it? Gosh.
Well, you might want to talk to each other. I don't want to preempt that. I just
No, it's getting interrupted. No one click the long rest button. We've all played this game before.
Thank you so much for joining us for this evening. We have had a lot of fun. Much fun. If you enjoyed tonight, we're playing every Monday. We're starting at 6 p.m. GMT, which is 10 a.m. Pacific time, and we'll be running the show for another 10 sessions. So we've got a lot of plot to get through. Lots of shops. Lots of shops to go to. On Tuesdays, we're currently streaming Warriors. Oh, that has to be yes. So we're in the final kind of run up to the end of Warriors. So come join us. It's been lots of fun, and that starts at 7 p.m. GMT and run, which is 11 a.m. Pacific time. All the shows streamed at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg, and you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com/rolltogetherrpg, or it's now also on Twitch for longer too, because we are Twitch partners. The podcast versions of all of our shows are available at rolltogetherrpg. So you can search for that on any podcast provider and you'll find us. A massive thank you again to our D20 Club on Patreon. Come join us. There's a link in chat right now if you want to check that out. And once again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. That's Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, Elderwood, and our supporters, D&D Beyond, Isle Champions, Scotland Realms, Level Up Dice, and Warriors of Waterdeep. We're everywhere on social media as well to the RPG, so do follow us if you're interested in finding out more about what we're doing. Thank you so much to our wonderful players, and we will see you again next week. Bye!